Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it has only been just over a week since we recorded, and yet it feels like it's been 1,000 years. It was a very long time at work for me this past week, just working a lot of hours. I have two things I want to get off my chest in this cold open. Number one, since we last recorded, he's
putting his mic to his mouth, dude.
A former fucking president almost had his head blown off, and the current president, at the day of recording, mere hours ago, dropped out.
Let's go.
We don't have to get into it. I just wanted to mention it at the top because it's as fascinating as it is depressing. That country is slowly going down the shitter. Second order of business. And if there's anything else you guys want to get out, we'll get it out there. I was going to talk about horror stuff today in light of recent events, but then I realized I already did the horror genre as a topic. So instead, I'll just get it right out of the way as its own thing. Longlegs. What a fucking movie.
So good, dude.
Great.
I can't stop thinking about it. The night we watched it, I went home and I tried to go to sleep and I just kept waking up. I had a nightmare about it. Nicolas Cage's character freaked me out so bad. Like I just kept imagining him, seeing his face when I was closing my eyes, and it's just like the way he was acting was so creepy. A part of the reason why I felt like he was so creepy is because of how playful he is. Like to me, that adds to the creepiness. I know a lot of people in the theater were like laughing when he would like
Scream
be unpredictable and scream and sing and do weird shit, but to me it just made me even more unsettled. Like it made me feel even more creeped out. So I think he did an amazing job, and I think the movie itself, like I like the comparison to Silence of the Lambs. I think it's like apt. I like it a lot.
Just so we're on the same page, can I get a score from each of you of how good you guys thought it was?
Oh, out of
10?
10?
Oh, that's tough.
I'm gonna go solid 9.
Okay.
I think it was a really, really good movie.
I'm going a 9 as well. 9. Okay.
Yeah, I would be in that sort of like
Ballpark.
8, 5, 9 ballpark.
How about you, Patrick?
I'm around the 8 territory.
Okay.
8 out of 10.
8 is the lowest I could see myself
That's
going.
solid.
What's interesting to me about the movie, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, by the time this comes out, it'll have been like 2-3 weeks since the movie's out. Full spoilers. And if you give a shit, skip to the fucking start of the show. It's been interesting because a lot of the stuff I've seen about it online has been people either saying it's like the greatest thing they've
Overrated.
ever seen, or people being like, this is a 2 out of 10 piece of shit. Like, there's
I've been mostly seeing that on the Instagram accounts. Like,
Yeah.
I just searched up on Instagram long legs because I was curious to see what people were saying about it, and then people were like, garbage, cheesy, corny. Like
There's not a lot of like in between. It seems like it's one of
Yeah.
those things that people watch it and they're either like, this was fucking awesome, or they
hate
watch
it,
it and
yeah.
they're like, this stunk. Like, there's no, I have not seen a single like
It was decent.
reviewer or even like a lot of the fervor online be like, yeah, it was all right. Like, it's either been people being
I
like,
don't-
this movie fucking rocked, or
Dude,
it was shit.
This is a weird theory I have. I don't know if this is true. This is just a hunch I have. I feel like a lot of people people are like really, like, I understand being like, I don't like this movie at all. Some people are like, this is fucking complete dumb garbage. Like, I've seen that so many times. And then I'm like, are people uncomfortable with like some of the things that were said in the movie, like religious tones or something? Because there's like very specific things that were said.
I'm sure that's an element because I've definitely seen like, not
People,
a
like,
lot, but I've
angry
definitely
about it.
seen some comments from people on things being like,
They went too
oh,
far.
like they did, the devil shit, or like,
Because
the Christian Bible stuff and all that.
Yeah, because he says a specific quote, Nicolas Cage's character, a couple times. That's like very direct of like worshiping the devil or whatever. And then a lot of people have like, I understand not liking the movie, but like it seems like a lot of the comments are like, I can't stand this. And to me, like I just assume that there's like there's a reason behind that. It's not like you thought it was just objectively horrible, like because cinematography visually was beautiful. Like I think the acting was really good. I don't think there's anything that was like objectively horrible about the movie. So I'm just thinking like, what did people get thrown so off about it? I heard snooze fest. I heard that a lot. Like a lot of people saying it's just boring. Like it's too slow.
It's definitely slow, and I mean, I
didn't
think
feel that way.
the
I didn't feel it
marketing,
was slow.
the marketing worked for getting butts in seats, but I could see like the whole thing of like, and I mean, they say this with a million horror movies, but the whole like, it's the scariest movie in decades, and yada yada yada, and blah blah. Like I could see that overhyping it for some people, I guess, and then people kind of coming out of it and being like, oh, it didn't like scare me or whatever, so it sucked, kind of thing. But
Well,
like,
I
That
know-
one
I
jump
know-
scare though, that was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
that got me.
I know a lot of people were talking about how like the marketing is a big conversation piece around this whole movie. Like people were like, the marketing team killed it. Everyone loved the marketing. That doesn't look like it's recording. There's a white screen there.
I assume that's just the light bouncing off the wall, but I'll take a quick look.
Okay.
Also, I'm going to turn the fan on. Keep going.
Sure. Yeah. So a lot of the talk, if you listen online, is like about how good the marketing was, how good the trailers were, and they even had this phone number that you could call, and Nicolas Cage would answer it. Like Nicolas Cage's character would answer it if you called the phone number, and they put it on a billboard.
I like when movies do shit.
Yeah, and I was at the gym and I saw, shout out to Saram if he's watching, I don't know. He said that he called it, and like Nicolas Cage's character like sings "Happy Birthday" to you, like he does.
Can we try that right now?
I guess we could. I don't know if it's still live, but we can give it a try. But anyway, so like to me, because the marketing was so good and a lot of people were talking about it, I knew people from work who aren't movie people. They're like super casual, and they knew about the movie. And I was like, that's bizarre. Like usually, like kind of obscure horror movies aren't as well known. So I think that when you have more casual viewers in there, again, butts and seats, like the odds that people are going to be like, oh, this is not what I was expecting. They were probably expecting like, I don't know, The Conjuring or some shit, you know. And then when it wasn't like a lot of ghost jump scares and all this crazy shit, like they were weirded out by it. I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I'm sure that's part of it, but I don't know. To me, I really loved it. I love like the FBI, you know, the murder investigation,
Sure.
all that shit. Like I like that angle, but then the supernatural element to it of like,
Love the twist of that.
and it's fucking the devil and all this shit, like, and just the ending, because that was another thing that even people that I know that liked it were like, yeah, and the ending was kind of like so-so, or it was one of those endings where like I wish it kept going kind of thing. But to me, it gave me everything I needed. Where I'm like, some people kind of have read into it of like she
It's fucked.
broke the cycle sort of thing,
How so?
like that she sort of by saving the daughter, she sort of like, and her mom being dead too, like the fact that there's nobody now around working for the devil in quotes sort of like broke the cycle, which I'm like, okay, that's an interesting
but
reading to it.
But according to the mom, she said if you don't kill all three of them, then like we'll go on to
Right, but some people are like, well, is the mom like, does she really know that? Does she really mean that, or is that just like her trying to
could
like
be.
scare her off and some fuckery? To me, I've read it more in the way of like she's fucked kind of thing,
That's what I thought.
and just her not being able to like blow the doll's head off was just like that last little moment of like some
And-
devil magic bullshit.
And maybe she's screwed, but again, like she broke the cycle of it's not gonna happen next again to the next people.
Right.
So like she sacrifices her own self because she could kill the daughter and then she'd save herself essentially. But I'm sure she's gonna save the daughter and then she's gonna get the punishment or whatever that happens after.
I'm gonna dial this phone number.
Malcolm's gonna dial this phone number. We're gonna
Oh, you
see
found it?
what happens.
Please stay on the line while your call is completed. Long distance charges may apply.
I hope not.
Oh, that's not an official, dude. Long distance charges may apply.
Little angel. Happy birthday to you.
God, it's so creepy.
Ugh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh,
I love that shit.
Oh God, that's
That's
creepy.
creepy.
That's awesome.
Holy
Yeah, I
Nicolas
just-
Cage is insane in that movie.
He's
so good.
fantastic. Oh, and I meant to tell you guys, the lead actress in it. What the
Fantastic.
hell's her name?
I'm not sure her name.
Is it
to be honest.
Micah something?
Something like that.
Going into the movie, she looked so familiar, and I couldn't
I was thinking the exact same
figure
thing,
out
Matty.
what it was like, what I had seen her in, and I just never bothered to look it up until after the movie. And because like that night, I was like watched a couple videos of like people breaking down the movie and all that shit because I was just like so interested. She's the lead actress in fucking It Follows.
I've never seen it
Oh.
follow.
Have you not?
No.
Oh damn! Have you seen?
Yeah.
Have you seen? She's like the lead in that, and as soon as they said that, I was like, "Oh my god, yes, she is." Which she's coming back
She's
for
usually
the
blonde,
sequel.
right?
Yeah,
That's why. Yeah, maybe.
she's coming back for the It Follows sequel they're doing. But as soon as I said that, I was like, "Holy shit!" And then I was like, "Damn!" Talk about people who are like have their horror bona fides and shit. Like she was in that, and now in this kind of thing, and both are great and crushed ass.
I'm just so glad that there's still like great horror movies out there. Because
Mm-hmm.
for a while I didn't like horror movies. I think growing up I was just kind of turned off by them. Because in my mind it was either like demonic, paranormal activity type corny movie.
Or like Paranormal
Or-
Activities is garbage.
Yeah, I always thought
so
it was,
garbage.
I always thought it was either that or like Saw, just like gore or blood. So when I saw Hereditary that was like one of the first horror movies I've ever seen. Me and you watched it on like Netflix party. Me and him watched it like 2 a.m. or whatever, or like midnight during COVID. And I remember being like, "Holy shit, that was amazing!" And then I watched Midsummer, and then I watched Lighthouse is a little bit less horror, but like I just got it more into it, and The Shining, of course. So I'm still glad that they're making quality horror movies, and they're not all just like what I assumed they were before, which is like jump scary nonsense.
Speaking of Lighthouse, we'll get to that later in the show. Wink.
Oh.
Yeah, the horror movie genre lately has just been like absolutely crushing ass
Popping
and
off.
totally figured it out of like, hey, if we
Patrick doesn't like
just
that phrase.
make
He keeps,
I don't think
he
that's a
keeps-
phrase.
he keeps-
crushing ass.
I don't think that's a phrase.
That's a phrase. Look it up. They've figured out the code of like, hey, instead of spending like $150 million to make a Conjuring or whatever, and then make like $200 million, and we get like 50 million profit, we can make a $15 million horror movie
Talk to
on
me.
a shoestring budget. Talk to me. Even this, like some video I watched was talking about, and the high estimate is like
10 million.
10 million for fucking Long Legs, which I mean makes a lot of sense because there's not really that much necessarily like to it from a budget standpoint. And it's like, yeah, make a movie that's like 10, 15 million, $20 million, and then have it make $100 million, and you've made $30 million more than you would have made on the $150 million thing, and at way less risk. Because if Long Legs had bombed, like, yeah, that would have sucked and whatever, but they would have been like, all right, like, I know that Neon production company or whatever that did it, I'm sure is a much smaller entity, but even for some of the large entities that are taking chances on these things, it's like, well, $10 million to them is like a fucking drop in the bucket.
It's interesting because I know you mentioned it after the movie, but it didn't seem like it's a cheaper movie to make. Like compare to me, I've seen movies like I've seen clips and stuff from like The Nun and those kinds of movies. And every time I watch one, or even when I watch The Conjuring and stuff, I feel like sometimes I don't know about The Conjuring necessarily. I know you love that movie, but I know some of those kinds of movies, like the CGI kind of looks a little silly. Like sometimes like the faces look a little like overdone and kind of they just look a little like cheap to me. But like those movies cost so much more to make than Long Legs, and to me, Long Legs felt like premium. Like I don't know, it just felt super like visually beautiful and didn't seem kind of cheap. You know?
Yeah.
I think they used their money really well because it didn't seem like a low budget kind of indie movie to me. It seemed like really high quality. You know?
Yeah. It kicked ass. I really
Awesome.
liked it. So for everybody out there,
Kicked ass. That's the phrase.
if
That's
you're
generally
still still interested in seeing this, and I don't know why you would still be listening to this if you haven't already, please go watch it. Go show your love to a smaller movie. I don't know if there's anything else we wanted to say. I didn't want to belabor it too much, but I just wanted to give a shout out to Long Legs because it was fucking great.
I think the Biden thing is pretty crazy. I mean, I don't.
He
know. I'm
dropped out.
assuming.
It's Jover.
I'm assuming. Yeah, it's Jover. I'm assuming he pulled out
That's not
because
original.
of his like health. Maybe I didn't read his like he posted.
I mean, his letter was basically just like, "Hey, for the good of the party and the country,
Yeah, it's
like I'm
time.
gonna do this," which is basically like, "Hey, everybody's telling
I
me to
can't do
drop
this
out
shit
because it's
anymore."
over." So it's like I texted Varsh right away. I was like, "They're going. The Dems are going." The same thing I told you guys. I was
Kamala.
like, "The Dems are going with the Hail Mary." I was like, "They're gonna fucking try and throw that 100-yard football and see what happens." And already Joe Biden was like, "Yeah, I'm supporting Kamala Harris or whatever." I was like,
Good luck with that.
I would not if I were you guys. Like I was telling my dad that I cannot see a world where the Democratic Party picks her. I'm like, how are the Dems not going to like the fucking California governor there, Gavin Newsom, and holding a gun to his head and being like, run? Because you'll have like an actual shot at like maybe beating fucking Trump.
Well, I don't
I
know.
refuse to believe they're gonna run.
Maybe the name value.
Her.
Maybe her name value is enough for them to be like, oh, she's popular enough. She was vice president before, like, you know.
I guess I don't know. The fact that they even ran him at all is just a whole stupid thing. And I was talking with my dad about it, where I was like, it also makes the entire Democratic Party look so fucking stupid because for weeks and months leading up to it, it was like he's fine behind closed doors. He's a fucking
Sharp as a
piston.
tack, baby.
Like he's a fucking animal behind closed doors. And then he gets out there and does that, and now they have to all be like, we think you should probably step down and blah, 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 blah. It's like, get fucked. You all knew. And my dad was even saying that, like, the narrative they're trying to spin now is that, like, only his most inner circle really knew that he was fucked up. And so when, like, people are on fucking CNN and all these things being like, you know, behind closed doors, I hear he's, like, sharp as a tack or whatever. Like, they're trying to basically say that, like, outer people didn't know and they were just being told he was good to go kind of thing,
But
and
no
it was
one
only like the inner circle.
Of
I'm like,
course,
yeah, fuck,
no
you all
one-
knew.
I don't think anyone ever bought that though, because it's like even
Everyone
it's like-
sees the videos of Joe
there-
Biden.
I was gonna
Like,
say, there's
who are you
clips.
convincing?
That's what I'm saying.
There's
How do
millions
you
of views.
like? How do you ever try to just? I don't know. The fact that they ever even attempted it was just like a dumb move on his part. It was a dumb move on the party's part. It was the. You know what it was? It was the. Who's the Supreme Court justice? The lady,
There's a few ladies.
the one who passed away a few years ago, the Democrat one.
Oh,
Why am I blanking on her name?
Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
Yes.
Who's that? I don't know her middle name, but Ginsburg.
Isn't it Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
Is it
I
Bader
think it's Ruth.
Ginsburg?
I think
Yeah.
it's RBG.
RBG.
I want to say RBG. Ruth Bader
blue,
Ginsburg.
green?
Somebody correct me. Red, blue, green. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. people gave her a lot of shit, even though she's like considered this like political and feminist icon and all this shit, for basically people being like, hey, if you had just stepped down before Trump got in, instead of like trying to ride this out, that would have been one less court justice he could have like put on the fucking bench kind of thing. And like, I know Bill Maher's used the term in relation to talking about Biden. Like, I think he even called him Ruth Biden Ginsburg. I fucking blanked out immediately. Like, he called Biden that too, kind of thing, basically making the same argument of like, hey, you're gonna stick this out, like, because of your own stubbornness, and like the thing with her, it's gonna fuck you and the country in the ass. So it's like, what are we doing here, kind of thing. And I guess he, you know, they talked him into seeing reason, but is it enough to do anything? Only time will tell.
Yeah.
Anyways, I guess we'll get on to the show unless anybody else has anything to do. Welcome back to episode 71 of Wildly Adequate, the show about anything, everything, and usually nothing. If you like the show, you can catch new episodes every Saturday at noon. Please like, share, subscribe. Check out the socials, the Instagrams, the TikToks. Patrick doing the Lord's work out there. Speaking of Patrick, he sits to my left. I am Matthew Urso, 1/4 of your hosting crew. I've sort of changed things on the fly right now, and I got to fix it. I'm joined, as always, by Patrick and Mark and Malcolm. Patrick, I'll just say right off the top, you got a bit of a Chris Evans effect going on with this shirt right now. It's a little tight on you, especially around the arms. You stood up earlier, and we're walking around here, and I was like, that shirt looks good on Patrick. Bit of a Chris Evans effect.
Thank you.
Chris Evans effect,
Where
exactly, where a shirt that's like a size too small for you, then you look fucking yoked.
Dude, I need to start washing my clothes on cold cycle so that they don't
The
shrink.
shrink.
I thought you
Yeah.
were just gonna say on. I thought you were gonna start washing your clothes.
Yeah, I smell like shit all the time, and I think that's true. I honestly sometimes I think I want my shirts to shrink a little bit. I tend to buy them a little baggy, and then after they shrink, they're still a little baggy, but they're like more form fitting.
Dude, every time my clothes shrink,
Too small.
it becomes infinitely too small. I have to throw it right into Kevin's room.
Because
Like,
when you
I
buy
can't wear this anymore.
because when you buy it, you're probably buying it.
What's crazy is though
You're buying it perfect when you put it on.
Here's what's crazy. The most recent shirt I've bought
Mhm.
was baggy, like
Mhm.
really baggy on me.
Mhm.
And then I take it out of the dryer, and it's like
Where'd you buy it?
Where'd you get it
Where'd you
from?
buy it?
Zara.
There you go.
Interesting.
There you go. Every shirt I buy from Zara, I put it into the wash once. By accident, I'll put it into the dryer, or I put it on a warm cycle. Too small.
But the thing is, they always
So I should do cold and not dryer.
you should do cold and then
dry
you
it with
hang
a hanger.
And then you hang it. I hang all.
They
any,
say-
any clothes that I like
Yeah.
and I know will shrink, I just hang them.
Dude, every time, like, even, like, I've asked people at Zara before, like, oh, is this going to shrink? They're like, yeah, just, like, don't put it in the dryer. Just, like, hang it. That's, like,
It's like a yeah.
Yeah, I need to start getting used to that because I've lost way too many clothes that I like.
like, Kevin's not going to, is he going to fit your smaller stuff? Because he's, like, I guess he's shorter, but,
Kevin's
like,
trying to look tight.
To be honest with you, I don't know if he'll fit it. I'm just kind of throwing it in there because I don't want to see those. I'm just throwing it in there because I don't want to see those clothes anymore.
I don't know if you guys know, but Kevin's jacked.
Is he jacked?
Well, he was
I
on
don't
the
know about all that.
podcast for the very first time ever a couple episodes ago. He sort of walked in here for a second. We told him to show himself to the camera and stuff. So he's
No, I mean, I got him hired at my job, and he's been walking around and stuff. He's looking big, dude.
he's hot. Malcolm, take
Who's
it away.
bigger?
Who's bigger? What do you mean?
Who's bigger?
You or him?
Mhm.
Him, infinitely.
He's bigger than me.
Like
Don't know about
upper
that.
body wise muscle, yeah.
Don't know about that.
What do you mean you don't know about that?
I don't
Bring
know
him in
about
here.
it.
Bring him in here.
Bring him in. Go ahead.
Kevin!
Bring him in. I'll send him a message
Talking
here.
about. Have you seen Kevin?
I think Kevin.
Malcolm, before we get to your topic here, we have to bring Kevin into the room for a quick little shirt off session.
Little shirt off session.
Mark has
Let's
gotten
do it.
up.
Let's both get you shirtless in front of camera.
Patrick, take
Please.
it off.
Shirtless. We're not gonna do shirtless.
Yeah, no, we have to know.
Why would we do that?
We have to know.
This guy's the biggest instigator I've
Just
ever
keep
seen in my
saying
life.
We have to know.
We
over
just
and
have
over.
to know.
Well, don't you remember him talking about convincing his brother to go spike a volleyball at like some
Yeah.
topless lady at a
That's
beach?
right.
Yeah.
And then he did it.
And
He
then he
convinced
did
her.
Kevin,
All right, take a seat for
Kevin, welcome back to the show.
Kevinho.
Kevin, we're trying to settle a brief. I don't know if you would consider it an argument, more of a spat, really. Who's bigger, you or your brother?
So I told him, I was like, do you guys know Kevin's kind of jacked? And then and Patrick's like, yeah, but who's bigger, me or Kevin? I was like, Kevin for sure, dude. So what do you think, Kevin?
And we're not talking below the waist. Keep that in mind.
Well,
Be objective. Be objective.
Patrick is more lean, but I gotta say, I mean, he doesn't lift, so
Just get to the point, bud.
Objectively, I am bigger than you.
Wow.
There it is.
Objectively, you are bigger than me. What muscle groups are bigger on you than me? Just the arms.
Mm.
Just the arms.
I mean, my chest, how much do you bench?
We're talking about bigger. What looks bigger? That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, my chest is big too, man.
It's not bigger than mine.
It's not true.
It's not bigger than mine. It's so true. It's what the hell is that?
I'm
I farted.
I
Sounded
know
like
for-
a
I know-
bubble.
I know for. Sorry, Kevin. Thanks for coming.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the second you walked in, I was like, "Wow, his arms are way bigger than." Then I remember them being. To be honest.
Thank you for your service, Kevin.
Dude, Patrick, Kevin can bench. I'm pretty sure Kevin can bench 2 plates, and I'm.
That's fine. We're talking about who looks bigger.
Bro, if you can bench,
two plates, I would vouch against that.
I think he did two. I think he can do 215 or almost. But so the
Yeah, but we're talking about who looks bigger. We're not talking about who
no. But I'm
pushes
saying
more.
if you can bench that much, on average, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have more mass on your chest.
He doesn't have more mass than me.
Wow.
How do you know that?
I've seen, bro. I live with the guy.
Wow.
I live with the guy. I swear to God.
Alright, well,
Malcolm, take it away.
you don't close the door. Actually, it's kind of
close that.
Oh, wow.
Also, I think that's the fan is like on the highest setting. It's pretty high. Is it on lowest?
I think it's on
I
the lowest.
It's
On the
currently on
lowest?
the lowest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try though.
Fluttering.
I'm not sure where I want to go with my topic, but
That's not a good start. That is
how
not
about you
a
let
good
me just
start.
get into it? You have no idea what I'm talking about. You have no idea what I'm
Should I
saying.
close the mic, or is that gonna be annoying?
It's okay. You can leave it.
I've been seeing videos on Instagram lately of like this place called Bohemian Grove,
Yeah.
which is it's supposed to be or supposedly like a group meeting place of like the political elites and like higher class people in society, kind of like, I don't know, I guess like an Illuminati
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. And I don't know if it's real, but I've been like the one video I saw was this guy was in a forest and he's like recording from far away, and you can see like people wearing like long robes and holding big flames and like walking, and there's talking and stuff, and people in the comments are like, rest in peace to this guy, or like, you're doing the Lord's work out here, good luck, bro. And like, do you guys think that these kind of things exist, like, and people just don't know about it, and like they're actually happening for real, like that the political elites and like the higher people in society, like Beyonce or like Jay-Z, which I've seen like you know associated with this kind of stuff, like are showing up and doing these things?
What do you think?
I think. Oh yeah. Okay.
What do you think?
That didn't look serious. I don't know what I think. I want to think that it does happen because I feel like there's just so much I don't know that goes on behind the scenes, and why would I know?
What do you think? Not what do you want to think. What do you think?
I just told you what I think.
That's what you think?
I think it does happen.
Okay.
I think that with like Epstein's island shit, which is proven, like they have logs and stuff. So to me, the fact that was going on, that they had all this pedophilia going on an island, I wouldn't be surprised if other shit was going on, even if it's not proven yet. Like, it's kind of like if we found one alien species, I'd be like, okay, well, there's other aliens out there too. So it's like, I think because Epstein's thing was pretty much corroborated and like we know this was happening, I'm sure other shit is happening, whether it's Bohemian Grove or called something else or whatever. That's what I think.
Matty, I'm gonna try to find the video so I can send it to you.
Please. I find this, like, the idea of like an Illuminati and secret societies and shit like that interesting. If I were to put money on it, it depends to what scale. Because if it's like on a micro level, like the idea that, like, I don't know, there's fucking people in like Hollywood and the music biz who like are doing shady shit like
sure.
fucking Epstein's
That's
Island.
what I'm assuming.
And I know that involves like politicians and stuff too. That, beyond a shadow of a doubt,
sure.
I was like, I'm sure there's fucking eyes wide shut type shit going on at like some of these fucking ritzy parties, like all this fucking nonsense like that. I don't necessarily doubt. To me, it's more the like on a macro level, like on a larger scale, the idea that there's like people who sit around a table and like decide like what's gonna happen in the entire planet.
Yeah, I doubt
that
that.
I doubt and don't buy, because I'm like, that's such a insane level of like organization, agreement, control. Like there's so much for that to happen that I just don't really buy it. But like on a smaller level, like there's shit that absolutely where I'm like, you know, within governments and within like entertainment industries and all this shit. Like,
I sent you the videos, by the way, on Instagram.
oh, okay, I'll pull them up here.
On
But
Instagram?
I'm sure. I don't doubt for a second that there's all kinds of fucking weird, like, shit going on a smaller scale. It's the larger scale shit that I don't necessarily buy too much. I was really hoping somebody was going to say something after I passed that. Here we go.
Yeah, the reason there's an owl is because they say that the Bohemian Grove like cult like worships this owl god or something. Can you zoom in, Matty?
There's also like a big owl statue over there.
Interesting. I'll have to splice that into the episode or whatever. Yeah, I don't know, but even that's the thing where it's like, and there's so much of it that's just like false and like complete nonsense, I'm sure too. Because even watching that, I'm like, well, that doesn't look very
Could be-
secretive. That there's
yeah.
like music
Speaker.
playing, and yeah, they have like a fucking floodlight on them and whatever. I'm like, well, that's not the most useful way to like keep a secret kind of thing. But you know, who knows? But
that guy,
I don't know.
That guy could have easily set that up and been like, "Look what I found," and him and his buddies planned this whole thing.
Yeah. So I
Who
don't know,
knows,
but
maybe.
it's definitely
Matty's trying to cover because he's in the.
yeah, because I'm in them. At the very least, it's
Patty's
like
part of the.
Me and Matty are trying to.
well, and
I don't buy it at all, guys.
so, have you ever
Totally
seen like
fake.
one of those Instagram accounts that's like dedicated to like videos of like lizard people caught or whatever? Like,
No.
every once in a while, I see one of these reels. Like I saw one where it was Simu Liu doing like hosting some fucking Hollywood show or whatever, and he like is joking around and he's like, oh, and like I hear Andrew Garfield's in like the fucking Illuminati or something like that, blah blah. And it like cuts to Andrew Garfield in the crowd, and he's kind of like giving like a head nod, but then he kind of looks at him and he starts going like, you can see him mouth like, shut the fuck up, dude, like. And it's like so clearly a joke, but then like all the comments are like, he's trying not to get
Got
found
him.
out. He's
Got
trying not
caught.
to get caught. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, people? So I don't know. There's definitely like the tinfoil hat-ness of it, but I don't know. You know what it is? It's like conspiracies. Shout out to episode 2 or 3 of the show. I forget. Way back when we talked about conspiracies, and my argument with conspiracies then is similar to this, where the more people that are in on it, the more I doubt it, you know? Because then it's just like more likely to get out. So when it's like the moon landing was fake, and I'm like, go fuck yourself. But when they're like JFK's assassination, and then I kind of perk up like, well, now you have my attention, sort of thing. So I don't know. I look at it like that.
Have you
Patricia.
ever seen you know Tim Dillon?
Mm.
He has this really funny bit where he was on Kill Tony one episode and he was talking to he was on Dr. Phil.
Mm.
He was on Adam Ray's Dr. Phil show,
Mm-hmm.
and he was talking about RFK and how Tim Dillon's friends with RFK and his wife, and RFK's wife is one of the main actresses from Curb Your Enthusiasm, which I didn't know that. RFK's wife is like one of the stars of that show, the Larry David show. And he was saying like she's so nice, she's so funny, she makes jokes, like she's so fun to be around. And RFK is so serious, and he's like, it's probably because like his whole family got killed by like the government. So he's like, yeah, we'll be hanging out, and then she's like, yeah, let's get going. I'm just gonna grab something from the car, and then he's like, don't go to the car. He's like, the car's gonna blow up. There's a bomb. I don't know, I can't do his voice, but it was hilarious.
That's pretty close.
Yeah.
But what spawned your interest in this?
Just seeing these videos, I don't know. A lot of the videos have just been popping up on my Instagram. It just gets me thinking about like Illuminati and secret society and.
There's something creepier about that than like supernatural stuff. I know we've talked about that before because it's like it might actually be happening. Whereas the supernatural stuff, I don't believe in necessarily, but
Sure.
the other stuff, it's like there's probably people organizing and doing weird stuff. Like if they have a shit ton of money and time, like nothing to do.
They're definitely doing it.
Yeah, it's like that was my argument always with Midsummer and Hereditary, where it's like I love both those movies, but Midsummer was always infinitely scarier to me because it's like it's just, you know, these fucked up cultists.
Yeah.
Whereas like Hereditary, it's like demons and all this shit, and it's like, well, the demon stuff is scary, obviously, but
Yeah.
it's like the idea of just real people doing something that's like possible just
To-
gets under your skin a
To
little
tie
more.
that back to Long Legs real quick, the reason I think Long Legs is so scary as well is because it sets it up as like this FBI investigation kind of real world, no supernatural aspect to it, just a killer. And then so the movie grounds you and you feel like, okay, I'm watching a murder investigation movie. And then when the supernatural shit starts happening, because you're so grounded in the realism of it, all of a sudden it's like, what the fuck is happening? Like when you watch a movie and from the first minute it's all supernatural, you're like, okay, so we're just living in fairy tale nonsense land. But this was like, I felt like we were in the real world watching, and then this shit started happening, and like the supernatural stuff started happening, and I was like, this makes it way scarier because they made me believe and feel like we were watching just a simple murder case that's like fucked up. So anyway, I think I like it. I like when they have both. I think Long Legs did it perfectly, and I think that whenever it's just human or just supernatural, it kind of like it's still good, I think, but I like the twist on that.
Yeah, and the way there is the twist, because Hereditary, there's not really a twist. It's just kind of like,
Not really. No.
hey, there's demon shit.
Yeah.
And Midsummer's obviously just
Humans.
like, hey, it's just straight up people. But like Long Legs does play it straight
Mm.
for so long
Mm.
that it really takes like, I'm trying to even remember what point. I mean, I guess there's like moments, because even when she sees him outside of her house, you see the like sort of Satan silhouette for a second.
I
But
think
like,
it's when she's like looking at like the papers and stuff, and she like finds like the number like 666 in her card, or like she finds a satanic triangle and stuff.
but even that, when I was watching it, I was like, this is all just like, yeah, this guy's like a fucking Satan worshiper. Like this all, this, like there was at no point where I'm like, yes, this is clearly the devil. It was more like, okay, this guy's like, you know, a Satan worshipping fucking version of the Riddler. Like he's just, you know, leaving all these like clues that add up and make sense. But at no point was I like convinced of any of that, I guess.
Do you guys think it would hit as hard if it was the other way around? If it was like led you down a path of believing it was supernatural, and then at the end it's like it's just this murderer? I feel like it would hit less hard in my
I feel like
opinion.
it would like let me down a little bit.
Yeah,
maybe.
'cause I think the expectation would be set so high of like there's this crazy shit going on, and it's like, oh, it's just someone being bad.
No, it's just some crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Scooby-Doo effect, whereas
Sure.
like the reverse
de-escalate.
I think the reverse way, is an it would be, even though the human shit is like scarier because it's real compared to fucking the devil, it is like a downgrade
Sure.
in terms of like how fucked up it is. So yeah, the doing it in reverse of like, you know, it's a serial killer, they're gonna stop him, and because even in the movie when they
catch him
and he kills himself and shit, like there was a part of me that was kind of like, all right, like
now what?
I'm sure, because you know they do the thing like every one of
Accomplice?
these movies does, where like he lets himself get caught and all this stuff. So I'm like, okay, clearly there's like a larger plan here. And then when they're still talking about the idea of like an accomplice, it's like, okay. And then like the twist that it's
Her mom.
and whatever, it's like, okay, that's really cool. And even when she goes to the house like with the other FBI lady and the mom like fucking kills her, even it doesn't really, it's not like set in stone to me anyways that it's supernatural shit till the mom shoots the doll.
Well, I think
And the fucking like black mist is coming out of it, and then like Lee's all fucked up, and it's like, why does that have any effect on her? And then as soon as obviously then
the scene
when
that
she's
explains
passed
everything.
out, then you get the whole sort of like revelation of everything her mom was doing. It's like, okay, well, now I just shit my pants kind of thing.
I like that kind of scene a lot. I like that scene where it's like, here, let's break down what's like we're gonna fill in the missing piece for you, because I like when you have to like they're adding pieces here and there, but I love when they give like a nice little like summary. And I mean, maybe some people hate that. Maybe people are like, oh, I wish I was left to wonder. But I like that they're like, this is what you're not seeing. You know, this is the whole picture. I like that they painted that in that sort of montage scene of when Lee was a kid, and like I like how they did that. I really
What I was wondering was what kind of relationship did,
Nicolas Cage's character.
yeah, what kind of relationship did Longlegs have with the girl that was in the mental hospital?
Yeah, that's an
To
interesting.
like the point where, like her whole family got murdered. I don't know if she knows he did it or like he's the cause of it. But then she goes like, I'll do whatever he tells me to do.
Well, they talk about how like the dolls they'll infect the girl to kind of forget about stuff. But it seems I'm sure because it's all demonic spiritual stuff. Like maybe he kind of kept her as like a I don't know. Well, she's clearly trusts him for whatever reason, and I think it's because of the possession that happened to her or whatever. I don't know.
Which is also why I would assume the cops, the FBI guy's daughter at the end is also kind of like, again,
In a
I didn't
trance?
necessarily
Loving
read
on
it
that
that
doll?
like she saved the kid. Like I know she did literally. The kid's not dead, obviously, but like just even the way the kid was acting, I'm like, are you sure this
Yeah.
kid's all right and not like
Well, Lee herself, when she was a kid, I don't think she was ever possessed. Was she?
No, the read on it is that, or at least my read on it is that
The mom prevented that.
the mom, yeah, basically prevented it, and then like they sort of wiped her memories and shit. And I
No,
think that's
but-
also their way of sort of explaining why she's like
Getting messages. and
kind
stuff.
of psychic, sort of.
Well, the fact that she's psychic would lead me to believe that she was infected in a way. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I guess, I don't know, but to me it was more of like a she's fine sort of thing. Like the fact that she's very like quiet and not talking. Like a lot of her personality to me went into the idea afterwards of like, oh, she's like this because I assume she has like these gaps in her memory and like she's maybe not necessarily all like there in some respect, I guess, because she has these sort of blind spots in her past, which would make a certain amount of sense.
So maybe in that case, she's like that girl at the end of the movie, but grown up, where she got infected, but she still lived, type thing.
Maybe, I guess. I don't know.
It's weird. But also, I sent my message to the chat after we watched the movie. I was like, where the fuck is Lee's dad? Like, why is there no dad in this whole situation? Like, every single case is like the dad kills both of them, and then he kills himself or whatever, or
Right.
the nun kills him.
Which would
So it's
also
like-
be the assumption of why when Longlegs first goes to Lee's house, it's like, oh, there's no
Dad here.
dad here. But at that point,
That was his first
I
time.
don't even
doing
know
it.
if he's doing the murders and the doll shit.
I think that
yet.
I think that's.
I
his-
assume that comes after the mom.
I think the doll. I don't know if he approaches Lee as a kid, being like, "I have a doll for you." Does he say that? I have a gift for you or something?
No.
I think
not
the
that I
whole like
remember.
we have a gift from the church comes from
Yeah, the
the
mom.
nun and his relationship.
Yeah.
But to me, it's the creepiest thing is that he was living in their basement the whole time.
Yeah,
she
I
was
love that
She was a
shit.
child. He was living in their basement.
Love that shit.
Anyway, enough on Longlegs. I
Fuck
guess,
the
but-
shot with the cloak over the doll with the
Yeah.
fucking eyes, and then
It's
it just
so
fades away.
creepy.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. But yes, anyways, to your original topic, Malcolm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a fun idea. I just, I believe in some parts of it. I doubt other parts of it. But the conspiracy of it all is fun, I think.
Anyone else hungry?
I'm okay right now.
I
I'm
ate.
super hungry, dude. I didn't eat. All right.
All right.
Anyways, was there anything else on this?
I'm cool with that.
Fantastic. We
What do
will
you guys think of
move right
potato
on.
salad?
How smart would you guys say you are?
I don't know.
It depends on
Depends.
it depends on the realm and like the topic we're talking about here.
Okay, because
in general, are we ranking ourselves here?
no, just the general sentiments.
Doing an IQ test for us?
We don't have an IQ
I'd
test.
love to do it. I've never done one before.
Neither
I'm
have
kind
I.
of nervous. I get a very low score.
to do an IQ test.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be like I'd be scared that my result would not be what I wanted.
Mine would be very humbling. So today we're going to see how you guys fare compared to what is that in your hand? What is that?
Are we
Toilet paper?
doing Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
toilet paper.
We're doing middle schooler. Are you smarter than a middle schooler?
Surely I am.
Okay.
Sure.
So we'll
Dude,
do it.
Can I just jump in for half a second?
Go for
you guys
it.
ever watch Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
No.
Nah.
No.
You've never seen it? So they ask questions that are like, no one would ever know that. I mean, I don't know if it's an American thing, but I watched it one time and there was like, what is, it's like such a obscure specific question. And I was like, I never learned that in Canadian science ever. Anyway.
Anyways, so today we're gonna see who is smarter than a middle schooler.
Mm.
All right. So we'll go one question at a time. I'm gonna set it arbitrary. Okay, what do you guys think about this? I'm thinking an 80% is a pass.
Sure.
How do we feel about 80% pass?
Sure.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
I'd like to squeeze by maybe with a 75,
75?
but we'll see.
Okay. If you guys can do me a favor,
No,
just
why not 75? 3 out of 4.
Mm.
You got most of them.
Feels pretty fair.
I'm
to
going
me.
80.
Okay.
we're going 80. I want you guys to just every time you get one right, I want you guys to have a tally at the bottom of your
Okay.
whiteboard.
writing down the answers and tallying?
Well, you'll leave the top for answers, and then
Mhm.
you can just have your tally below.
Mhm.
All right.
You don't have to make it big. Okay. All right. First question. What is the smallest country in the world?
The smallest country in the world. Fuck. Definitely spelled that wrong.
Wait.
When you guys are ready,
Definitely.
give you guys 3 more seconds.
Absolutely spelled it wrong.
Three,
I have no idea on this
2, 1. Reveal.
Luxembourg?
one.
We've got Vatican City, Madagascar, Luxembourg. The answer is Vatican City.
Fuck. As soon as Malcolm put it up, I was like, I
Wait,
forgot
Vatican City is a country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
forgot
considered
that
a
it's
country.
considered like its own state.
That is some weird. I feel like that's such some weird like exception. Like why is that a country?
Alrighty. Question number 2.
Mm.
Which animal can sleep for up to 3 years?
Yeah, because they're teaching this in middle school.
Yeah, right.
Years?
This is a need to know.
What fucking animal can sleep for 3 years?
Okay, I got my answer.
I don't have a clue.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Alrighty.
Uh,
So just are we gonna cut back in? Which animal can sleep for up to 3 years? Ready? What?
He hasn't even
All
done
this
it yet.
time?
You
I
got
can't
an
think.
answer.
I can't think of a single answer that makes sense.
Put
All right, here we
something,
go.
dude. We're talking middle schooler, dog. 3,
Okay,
2, 1.
2, 1.
Reveal.
Bear.
So we have got bear, sloth, lizard.
the,
Lizard.
the lizard?
the lizard.
The answer is a snail.
Fuck off.
The fuck.
Did they even live that long?
What is
God.
what is the only mammal capable of flight?
the only mammal?
The only mammal capable.
The only
of flight.
mammal.
Yeah.
Fuck. Shit. Okay, birds fly, but they're not mammals. So what mammal flies? Pegasus.
5 seconds.
Pegasus isn't real. Hold on.
4.
No,
Hold
come on now. No one even has
on.
any. No one has anything.
We don't even have anything. What mammal?
All right, let's get something down because I'm gonna guess 5 seconds
Yeah,
starting
I'm
from
going-
now.
I'm
Hard
going
5 seconds
with a
starting from
cheeky
now.
answer.
No, dude.
Come on, guys.
Flies
we got questions to get through
naturally.
here.
Flies naturally.
As opposed to what? That question could be asking like,
can get a couple feet off the ground.
what is the only mammal that can fly with the assistance of human technology? Like, what are you asking me
Okay,
exactly?
so it's not human. I was gonna be cheeky and put human.
I don't even know, dude.
What fucking mammal flies?
Okay.
I have a
I got
single
nothing.
clue.
Yeah, we got nothing. Patrick.
Yeah, I got my answer is nothing.
We're not gonna give
I'll
a
do
single.
it.
I'm not even.
How about we take 30 seconds? Just come up with anything, bro. Just come up with anything.
30 seconds? Okay, we'll give you 5 seconds to come up with anything.
Why? We can't think of anything. How are we gonna come up
Because
with
you guys have had like 30 seconds already.
Patrick, you give me 30 minutes. I'm still leaving this board blank. I got nothing.
Okay, we're gonna all stay blank.
I'm staying.
No, I'm trying to. I have a couple options in my brain here.
Okay.
I will concede this round.
What are things that fly, guys? What are things that fly?
Birds.
Okay.
But birds aren't mammals.
Birds fly. That's right.
What else
What else
flies
flies?
other than birds? Oh my god. Get absolutely fucked.
What flies other than birds?
All right. Can we go 5 seconds, please?
I'm ready to rock and roll, dude. I pulled this one out of the fucking
5.
abyss.
4,
I don't know, dude.
3,
I don't know.
2,
I put bat.
1.
Oh
The
my
correct
God, it was
answer
bat. I
is
put flying
bat.
squirrel.
Oh
What
my
an
God.
idiot.
Dude, I put bat. Erase it. Put it again. You put
God
squirrel.
damn it.
I
As
can't.
soon- I
Flying
put
squirrels glide.
squirrels.
They don't fly.
They glide. They don't fly. What did he say in Toy Story about
All right.
gliding?
What is?
Was that the second? That was the second question.
That was the third question.
What
Question
was
number
the-
4.
What was the second question?
The second question was the snail one.
Ah,
3
And
years.
the first
Can
was
live for
the
3 years.
Vatican. Okay.
Versus Vatican. Number 4.
0 for 3 on
What
these.
is the longest river in the world? The
Is it
longest
you guys?
river in the
Could it
world.
be you guys?
There's a few- there's a few contenders.
somewhere, and I know it's not the Nile.
There's a few contenders.
Denial. What about the St. Lawrence River?
Okay, I got one.
Why do I feel like that just sounds right?
I got
The
one.
St. Lawrence River. The
That
St.
does
Lawrence.
sound- That does sound good.
Let's go 5 seconds.
Let's go.
Fuck it.
Okay.
Why not?
And reveal.
Denial.
Jordan, the Jordan River, St. Lawrence, and Denial. I'm accepting 2 answers. Denial.
Yes.
And the Amazon River.
What?
Here
Is it a tie?
it says the Amazon River, but when you Google it, it says the Nile.
I don't even know.
So-
I don't even know if the Jordan's a river. No,
The Jordan River is one, yeah.
Mhm.
Listen, I'll take my 1 point because I'm 1 for 4 right now, so I'm not looking
Same.
too hot. Not looking too good.
Okay. What is the tallest mountain in the world called?
Well, this even I know.
I don't know how to spell it.
We are going based on spelling as well, and
okay.
reveal. I'm just kidding.
I wasn't sure if it was
Everest.
Everest or Kilimanjaro.
It is. So we have Everest, Kilimanjaro. The answer is Mount Everest.
Great. Great. I thought that was way too obvious, dude.
Dose. 2 for 5. 40%. Not looking too hot.
Which animal can live the longest without water? What animal lives the longest without water?
I got it, baby.
Without water. I'm going to take a swing here. I think I'm dead wrong, but I'm going to take a swing anyway.
And reveal.
Lizard?
So we got camel, lizard, camel. The correct answer is camel.
Yes, those humps. Those lovely lady lumps.
Was that supposed to be common knowledge?
I knew that.
All right.
How many do you have, Matty?
3 for 6 now. Okay. I went from 40 to 50%.
How many questions are there?
I'm counting as we go along. I don't have a set number. There's a bunch of different categories.
Okay.
Give us 1,000.
We're not going to. Okay. What is the only planet in the solar system that rotates clockwise?
Oh.
Okay, I'll give you guys a hint.
Well, there's
Okay.
only 7 options.
Yeah,
And
so
it's not us.
before Jupiter. The
I don't
planet
fucking
is
remember the
before
order.
Jupiter.
Literally don't know.
So closer to
'Cause
the
I-
sun.
You know what? I've never studied space other than when in school, and they never talked about that.
Can you
Well,
tell us
we're talking about middle
planets-
schooler curriculum.
All right, I got one.
Okay, come on, boys. I narrowed it down to 4, guys. Jupiter inclusive. Before Jupiter inclusive.
Is that one past Jupiter though?
All right.
Like closer to the sun, I'm saying.
I know, but I'm saying is this planet I'm thinking of
Nah, let's
closer
Let's
to
just
the
put
sun
down a
than
planet
Jupiter?
and hope for the best.
Yeah, I'm taking a swing.
All right. And reveal. So we got Saturn, Mercury, Saturn. The
Saturn,
correct
boys.
answer is Venus.
Fuck, I forgot
My
about
second
Venus.
Guess.
I'm your Venus.
I forgot. I totally forgot about Venus. I was like, Mercury, Earth, Mars.
Yeah,
All right.
one whole point.
What is the largest ocean in the world?
Okay,
Largest ocean in the world.
swinging.
Well,
I'll give you. Do you guys want a hint?
Nope.
Is it not like 50-50 here? I know there's multiple oceans, but like, come on.
All right,
Okay,
here's
so
just,
no
just,
hint, that's fine.
just reveal it.
No.
I just shit my pants.
Is it
So we've
Pacific?
got Pacific, and I don't know
3
if he was going to
Pacifics.
write Pacific.
I was in the middle of
Because
writing
they
it.
wrote, okay, yeah, sure. Pacific is right.
Thank God. Patrick, I just shit my
Someone shit their
pants,
pants.
and it stinks, and I apologize.
Ah!
This morning,
God.
within about the first 5 hours of being up, I took 3 liquid shits. So I don't know what I ate that disagreed with me, but
Incredible.
anyways, Patrick, how many questions have we done?
We've done 7.
7, and I'm at 4. Okay. Over 50. The math's checking
But
out.
we're doing 80.
Oh, fuck.
We're doing it 80% is pass.
Oh, I know. I thought you were saying 80 questions. No, I know what I'm saying. I'm increasing.
Okay.
How about we
You're
do
increasing.
lots of questions here?
What is the largest desert in the world? Now, I will give you guys a hint. It is a trick question in the sense of like it's not conventional.
What the hell does that mean?
Just that's all I can say.
So not the Sahara Desert.
That's all I can
'Cause
say.
that would have been my first guess. Not traditional. This is going to be
I'm
like
going,
a fucking
I'm going silly here.
the Great
I don't
Plains
know.
or some shit, but it's like, oh, it
Yeah,
counts
I'm
as desert.
going wild with it.
I'm sticking to my guns.
I'm going wild, baby.
Okay. And let us see the
New
answers.
Mexico is a whole desert.
New Mexico, the Sahara, he stuck with his guns,
Stuck
and
with my
Malcolm,
guns.
Atlantic.
Antarctica?
Antarctic.
You mean to Antarctica?
Yeah.
That's what you mean, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the answer is Antarctica.
Fuck.
Right.
Why is that considered a
I
desert?
don't know. I genuinely
Isn't
don't
it
know.
cold as shit there?
Ah, you said it was a trick question. I should have known. Not hot, but cold.
Not hot. but
Fuck.
cold.
Okay, so we've done 8 questions. I'm at 4, so I'm back at 50.
Audience,
Fuck.
who of you are as smart as a
Oh.
middle schooler?
Is that it?
Comment below. No, just- that's
fucking
it.
do
We're all we're all below 80. Okay, which element has the atomic number 1? Now,
I
there's a
don't
person in the
fucking-
crowd here who has a clear advantage for this
I mean,
one.
I might get it wrong.
Mr.
seriously.
Science
Some
teacher.
bullshit.
I literally might get it wrong.
The atomic. Remind me, what does atomic number actually signify?
Atomic number?
Yeah.
The number of protons and electrons in the element.
Right. Okay.
Now he's got it.
Okay.
I don't got it.
Because I know, like, the symbol for iron, for example, is Fe.
Mhm.
But isn't it like 45 or some shit like that?
Iron is.
If I'm not dreaming.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's probably a higher number, but it's like the amount of protons and electrons.
All right.
And then the charges are a different thing too.
All right.
I don't know the periodic table, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take.
I'm just gonna go blanky blank.
Okay.
All right.
Just blank.
I don't know the periodic table.
Guess one element.
I can guess an element, but I know it's gonna be wrong.
So guess the element.
potassium.
Okay.
Oxygen. I don't
Oxygen, hydrogen. The correct answer is hydrogen. The first element on the
Yay.
periodic table, baby.
tits.
If I didn't know that, I should not be a teacher.
What is the process called when a caterpillar turns into a butterfly? What is that scientific process called?
I know
Why
this.
am I not?
When a caterpillar turns
5 seconds.
into a butterfly, I know. I keep seeing the word in my head,
Is this
photosynthesis,
right?
and it's not
Wait,
photosynthesis.
so
No,
when
it's
a
not.
When a caterpillar turns into
A butterfly.
What's the
I-
process
What is the
called?
process?
Do I want to
called?
commit to the photosynthesis thing?
And 3. Let's get something down. 2.
I'm just gonna commit to it. I don't know what it's called.
1.
Am I dumb? Why do I
Let's
keep thinking
reveal.
crystallization? I don't even
Crystallization,
I put
photosynthesis,
cocoon, but it's
That's
not.
not-
cocoon. The answer is metamorphosis.
Metamorphosis.
Ah.
Damn it.
Metamorphosis. Well, that just means change in general, doesn't it?
Yeah. I knew that. That was buried in there somewhere.
What is the process called when a liquid turns into a gas? Liquid to gas. What is that process called?
Oh, what the fuck am I blanking for? Liquid to gas.
If I get this wrong, I will be very mad at myself because even I
Wait, one
think I
second.
know this, and I'm not a science person. We've done 11 questions, and I only have 4 right. Fuck, I'm slipping.
Let's go 5 seconds.
The process?
The process. What is the process called?
Okay.
And you're going to go blank? Okay, Malcolm's
Vapor-
blank.
like
Evaporation.
Vaporization, evaporation. The answer is evaporation.
Does this not count? Vaporization? Evaporation? It's the same thing.
Evaporation.
It's the same thing. It's just a different way of saying it.
It's the wrong word, dog.
If you Google it, would it not come up?
Let's see.
Okay. Like vaporization. Evaporation.
What is vaporization? Vaporization of element compound is a phase transition from. Okay, sure.
Does it say
Vaporization.
liquid to gas?
It says liquid. It says liquid to vapor. I guess vapor is
Vapor
gas.
is gas.
Yeah, okay. We'll give it to you. We'll give it to you.
Just gonna give it to him.
Let's go to the next one.
Let's get it.
What is the atomic symbol for gold?
Fuck off. Well, it's not Fe. Sometime. It's definitely not Go. What is the atomic symbol?
Am I in science class?
For
Come on, let's get some other
gold.
questions. Let's do
We'll,
some
we'll,
geography
we'll get
here.
to
1 or 2 letters.
asking you shall receive, buddy.
It's a double letter.
Double letter.
It's 2
Double
letters.
letter. Double letter. Gold, huh? Man.
Geo.
If I had a nickel for every time I thought of the atomic symbol for fucking gold, I'd have so many nickels.
5 seconds.
Uh,
Do 2 letters if you don't. Just do 2 random letters if you don't know. 3, 2, 1. So we have ZZ, we have
PU.
AG, we have
Zaza.
PU. The answer is AU.
AU.
AG Silver, I think.
AG Silver.
Yeah.
so I got half of it right.
You got you, yeah. You got
That's
that
awesome.
Right.
You know, I thought about. I don't know if I've mentioned this to you guys before, but if
AU is gold, Patrick?
Yeah.
Oh.
if I ever sire a son, I like the idea of naming a son of mine Peter. Obviously for Spider-Man reasons, but also I just think.
Parker?
But I
Parker?
I could never do it because that kid's initials would be fucking PU, and I can't do that to my son. I can't. So Peter's off the table.
Peter, you stink. All right.
Patrick, hit it. Hit
Next
us with it.
question. What bone protects the brain? Which bone?
Okay, if you're pulling some
Protects
shenanigans
the
here, I'm
brain.
gonna be real angry. This better not
Which
be some
particular
fucking-
bone protects the brain?
nonsense.
3, 2, 1.
The skull.
Urocranium.
Urocranium.
Isn't that
Skull.
the same thing?
I don't know.
Uh,
Let's see. Hold on.
might be.
It could be the same thing.
Google it.
What?
The cranium.
This cranium's your head.
It is.
The bones that form the head.
I'd
Okay,
give
you
it
got
to
it,
him. I'd give
Malcolm.
it to him.
You got it. You got it.
The cranium.
Yeah, it's that guy.
cranium.
Instead of skull, he says cranium.
The
More formal way to say it.
How many questions are we at now?
We done 14.
We're done.
So
Focus
Malcolm
on under
asked
half
for
stuff. Fuck.
a specific request for geography, so
Mm.
you now get it.
Great.
Okay. Where's the Eiffel Tower located?
Yeah, right.
I need city and country. Where's the Eiffel Tower located?
You want to just give us all the answer? Cause like
I'd like to see the answers on the board.
I was
here.
just there, so if I don't get this right, somebody shoot me between the eyes.
Let's see it.
Paris,
Paris,
France.
France. Paris, France. Paris, France. Yup.
Paris, Texas.
Paris, Texas.
Great movie, I hear.
What is the largest country by land area? Which country is largest by land area? Fuck.
Mm,
And let us
isn't it also
see it.
Antarctica? I was
Antarctica.
gonna say either Russia or
Russia.
Russia.
Russia. The answer is Russia.
Let's go.
Yeah. Why do I not just go with my first gut?
Patrick, in case you didn't see it there, I put Russia, formerly USSR.
I did see formerly USSR. What is the third most populated country in the world?
Shit. Oh, we talked about this not too long ago.
I don't remember.
Didn't
what
we
were
talk
saying.
about populations?
One
not
of
too
the
long ago?
Asias. One of the Asias.
Well, China and India have to be 1 and 2. So what the fuck would be 3? Oh, we talked about this.
They're in the billions, aren't they?
Yeah, like China's in the billions, 1 point whatever. India's 1 point whatever. So
crazy.
who would be?
That's absolutely crazy.
We talked about this, guys. What would be the third?
Mm,
Let's get some answers on the board here.
I know this is wrong, but I'm taking a guess.
Do your best.
I'm gonna go with this one.
Taking a guess.
And let us,
I'm gonna go
when you
with-
guys are ready,
Whatever.
reveal. So Malcolm says, I can't read that.
China.
China.
China?
China.
I have the
China is the third? Okay.
The U.S. of A.
The US of A.
Definitely not.
And Mark?
I'm gonna go Pakistan.
Pakistan. The correct answer is the US of A.
No way.
Great.
400 million is the third place. It goes
Third place?
400 million to a billion.
Yes, sir it does. Yes,
Just
sir it
like
does.
that. No one between.
Which continent is the Sahara Desert located on?
All right.
Could be trick. Could be a trick question.
No, it couldn't be.
It might be. It couldn't be. it
It
couldn't
can't be a trick question.
reveal.
Africa.
Correct. Everyone's got that one. All right. I'd like you guys to list all the countries that are a part of the United Kingdom. There are 4 to make it easier for you guys.
I think I've got it in the bag in this question. I think I've got it, Patrick. Oh shit! Let's look at marker on my fucking.
Are you gonna go for
shirt.
technicalities?
I won't go for technicalities. Okay, and let's see the answers. So we've got England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland.
Oh,
England, Wales, New Zealand, Australia. England, Wales,
Zealand.
Scotland,
I
Ireland.
don't know, bro.
The answer, England, correct. Scotland, correct. Wales, correct. And it's Northern Ireland, but I said I wouldn't do
Dude, I have no
trick,
idea.
so it's yeah, Ireland
Dude,
is
I
good
look
too.
fucking stupid as shit. Whatever.
What is the so we did the biggest ocean.
Oh god!
What is the smallest ocean on
What was the
Earth?
answer on that one again?
The biggest ocean, you guys said Pacific, and that is
And
the
that was
correct
correct.
answer.
What's the smallest
The
ocean?
smallest. Do you guys want a hint?
Yeah.
Mm,
Sure.
It borders Canada.
Interesting.
So I think I've made it a 50-50 shot here.
I don't know. I don't know.
Interesting.
Canada. Let's get a map in here, huh?
None of this shit would ever matter to me, so I never keep any space in my brain for it. Like, where the fuck, what oceans beside Canada?
Oh, shit.
It can't. There's no fucking way on Earth it's the Atlantic.
No. Just making stuff up here.
You both have something?
Hmm?
You guys have something?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are ready? Indian, Arctic. Well, we said ocean, but I'll ignore. Yeah, Arctic Ocean.
How many questions are we at?
That was 20.
Oh, no.
Okay.
7 for
okay.
20. Let's go.
What do you got, Matty?
12.
Me too. I've got 12.
What does www in a website
Can we
URL
just
go.
skip, can we just
stand
skip
for?
this one because we all know it's the World Wide Web.
Yes, sir.
Okay, give yourselves a point. Everyone gets a point.
World Wide Web, baby.
Can we do more science ones so I can get some more points?
We can go back to science in just a second here.
I'll go back to that.
Who is credited with inventing the telephone?
Oh. I really hope I'm right.
I need first, middle, and last name.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding.
I mean, I'm going to give it to you, but that's...
Wow. Okay, let's see it. Alexander Graham Bell, and Thomas
no.
Edison. The answer is Alexander Graham Bell.
Shout out Graham.
The Grams.
The Graham.
Do you think Bell Media is, like,
Maybe.
named after him in any way?
Could
It's
be.
like a wink and a nod.
Who invented the light bulb? Who is it that invented the light bulb?
Fuck. Ah, I got two names on the tip of my tongue.
Okay.
If it's the other one, I'm going to be so fucking mad.
Let's see.
Edison?
Thomas Edison are on the board. Thomas Edison is correct.
I was about to say Ben Franklin, and I got real scared.
Okay, so you guys obviously knew www.
Mhm.
We're going to do another
Acronym.
acronym. What does the acronym URL stand for?
Fuck. I don't even know. I can guess L, but I got nothing for U and R. Big swing on this one.
Yeah.
Big
When you
swing.
guys are ready, let's see it.
Universal related link.
I put universal referral link.
Unregistered link.
It is Uniform Resource Locator.
Fuck.
Not one of us got even one word right.
He went unit, and I was like, okay, give me universal. And it was, what was it? Uniform?
Resource Locator. Yeah.
Tough.
Okay, back to science.
Oh boy.
Fuck.
How many bones do adult humans have?
Oh, don't know.
Shit.
How
Fuck.
many bones do they have in total?
Yeah. Typically.
Can we get in the tens instead of the exact?
Do you want me to give you... Okay, if you get it to the closest 100, I will give it to you.
To the closest 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't fucking know.
I know what it is, and when you say it and I get it wrong, I'm gonna be.
Or
angry.
sorry, I'll give whoever's closest to the answer. I'll
Okay.
give it to, I guess.
Wow.
Sure.
Should I do that? Yeah,
Some
sure.
Price
Why
is
not?
Right type shit.
Why not? Someone's gonna get a point this round. Whoever's closest.
Dude, I actually have no idea.
This is annoying because I know the number, but it's not.
If
it's
you
not
know the
in here
number,
right
then
now.
write it down, bud.
It's not in here right now. I'd love to say it was.
Literally couldn't even guess. 150.
So
196.
252, 150, 196. The answer is 206, which gives Matthew the point.
Hey. I know it ended in a 6.
It was 206?
206, yeah.
I knew it ended in a
of
6,
bones.
but I couldn't.
What is the powerhouse of the cell?
Oh God,
The powerhouse
I know this.
of the cell. When you're ready,
The nucleus. Ah, it's mitochondria.
it is mitochondria.
Damn it. So that was an example of where I shouldn't have gone with my gut because I was like nucleus, and then I had the thought of mitochondria. Nah, it's got to be nucleus.
How
My ass.
how many chambers does a human heart have?
Putting question marks next to all this 'cause I don't fucking know. Dose? Ah, fuck off.
4 chambers.
You're so right. You're so right.
What is the colored part of the eye called?
I think I'm ready to go here.
When you're ready, let's see it.
The iris?
What does that say?
Areola.
Areola, iris.
Isn't that a nipple?
That's a nipple.
That's the iris.
Oh.
Let's keep banging out some signs.
The nipple of the eye.
What is the largest organ in the human body?
Well, for me, it's penis, but
For him in particular.
That's so awesome, dude. That's so crazy awesome. That's awesome and crazy and lovely.
Dwayne. Ah, it's skin.
The skin.
As soon as I see these stupid answers, I know this. Why are we doing all science shit? Do other shit.
We'll go back to other shit in just a second.
Math or something.
We'll go.
Is there math?
I don't think we have a math category here, but we can do math if you
Also,
like.
how many questions are we in? Because I don't
26.
Wanna, I don't want to cut you short, but I also don't want to
20.
run too long.
We're 26 here. Are we ready?
Yep.
Okay. What is the heaviest organ in the human body? By weight.
Heaviest? If it's fucking skin again, I'm going to be so goddamn angry. Also, for me, the answer is still penis. The heaviest organ.
Big boy.
Fuck it, I'm putting it again. Brain, bitches.
Brain. The answer is the liver.
Oh.
That was actually my second guess.
What blood type is the universal donor?
Let's go, baby.
What blood type is known
Let's
as the
go,
universal donor?
Don't actually know if this is right.
I'm just taking a guess. I don't have a fucking clue. O negative. Wow, we all said O negative.
Everyone gets a point, baby.
Wow,
O
look at us
negative.
go. Fellas, sometimes swinging for the fences works.
Which planet is known as the red planet?
Not right.
What am I, fucking stupid?
I'm just gonna give myself a point there.
Mars, baby.
Mars is correct. Which planet is known as the hottest planet? Which one's hottest, boys?
I got two answers here. I'm torn. I'm scared, but I think I got it.
I'm gonna say.
So we're at 30. We're going to go to 35. Okay, so 5 more questions after this.
Beautiful.
I don't know, dude.
Mercury.
Mercury, and what'd you say?
I said Uranus.
Uranus. The answer is Venus.
God damn it.
Damn
I
it.
picked wrong.
I thought
I
Mercury
had
was
a
closer to the
50-50
sun.
chance. Yeah, I had a 50-50 chance, and I bet on the wrong horse. Son of a bitch.
What other categories, Patrick?
We have, what categories do we have? Like all of them? So we have technology and innovation. We've got food.
Wow.
We've got animals.
Wow.
We've got space, human body, science, and random facts, arts and entertainment.
Well,
Is there any
I don't think we've done
particular-
any arts and entertainment, have we?
We haven't done any arts and
Give me
entertainment.
some arts and entertainment.
Okay, let's do some arts and entertainment. Who painted the famous artwork Starry Night?
Oh, fuck. I almost just blanked on it and had a... It would have gotten violent. That's all I'm going to say. Definitely spelled this wrong. Van Gogh.
Vincent van Gogh. Vincent van Gogh.
For a half second, I like blanked. I was like, Da Vinci, Michelangelo. I was like, ooh, man.
What was the question before this one again?
The question.
Hottest planet.
Hottest
Oh,
planet,
yeah.
yeah. Which artist painted the Mona Lisa?
I actually don't know.
Da Vinci.
Da Vinci.
Yeah.
Da Vinci, and what'd you say?
Michelangelo.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Damn it.
Leonardo da Vinci is
Oh.
correct.
The stinky.
Stinky.
What is the name of the boy who never grows up in J.M. Barrie's book?
What?
The name.
What is the name of the boy who never grows up in
Boy.
J.M. Barrie's
This
book?
is supposed to be common knowledge. J.M. Barrie's book.
Yeah, I got it.
You're going to be upset with yourself when I tell you the answer.
Never grows up.
Get wacky with it.
I got fucking nothing.
The boy who never grows up. Who is the boy who never grows up?
The Petite Prince.
Benjamin Button.
Benjamin Button, Le Petit Prince. And what does that say?
Yourself.
Yourself? It's Peter Pan.
God damn it.
I didn't know the author, but yeah.
Isn't Benjamin Button isn't he born like an old man? He just keeps getting younger.
I've never heard that character, to be honest. I don't know who that
Benjamin's
is.
in that, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, that's
Bradley.
Like the reverse thing, right? Where he's,
Reverse
like,
eight.
old and-
Yeah, so that's why it's like he never grow up. He just grows young.
What 2019 movie
Okay.
is the second highest grossing film?
Of all time.
Of all time.
poor phrasing on the question.
Of
It
that
doesn't-
year of all time, of that month.
I think of 2019 probably.
What?
Second.
Are you sure?
Because it's like,
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure it
know,
would be
dude.
all time. No.
Maybe it's of all time, I guess.
Okay.
What is the
I
second
think this is
highest?
Don't be upset with me if it's like you guys are thrown off. I don't know how to phrase the
I
question.
got an answer here.
Okay. It's a 2019 movie.
Yeah.
What was popular that came out in 2019? Avengers Endgame. Yeah, you guys are right.
Hell yes.
Is that the second of all time?
I think so. I think
'Cause
number one.
guess
I think
Avatar
number
would
one's
still be
Avatar.
ahead of
Yeah.
it, maybe.
Hmm.
Yes. All right. You want to mix up the category? Or you guys want to keep going? Our turn.
We'll go because I'm gonna do up to 35. So we'll end the last category on food.
I was gonna say, can we
How
have
many
on
more questions?
food?
Okay.
5 more questions?
One more question.
Oh, that's
Do you guys want to
Oh,
go?
no,
to 40?
I thought. Okay, we can
Doesn't
do one
matter.
more. Doesn't matter.
Give me a food. Give me a food.
Well, we'll do food and we'll see if we want to do another food.
Take
So.
us out with some food.
What country is the origin of the sandwich?
Is this gonna be some bullshit where it's like the fucking Mesopotamians, or is it gonna be an actual answer like fucking
Okay, I'll give you a hint.
Germany.
It is an actual country that exists today.
All right,
Okay.
thanks.
That narrows it down to about 150.
Well, he was
some
just
odd.
okay. Well, you wanted to know if it was Mesopotamia or not, buddy.
I know. Thank you. Who invented? You know what? I'm gonna go with my initial joke.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna switch it up. I want to try something different here.
I'm going with my initial joke.
If mine, yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
I'm gonna say it.
Hungary,
Oh, I'm going the Germans.
Oh,
German, France. It is England.
That
according
was
to-
like a.
Weird.
I had that as like a. Could it be? But fucking, why are we giving England credit for the sandwich? God.
Alrighty.
I guess
We can
that's it.
stop here.
Sure.
All right.
What would it take to get an 80% out of 35?
yeah,
Do the
okay.
math real
I
quick.
don't know.
Yeah, I'll
dog.
do it.
If only you had a
I'll do
calculator.
it.
Like
Oh,
20.
he's
Thank
got
you,
it.
Mark. Thank you, Mark, for being quick on the draw.
Let's see.
My
here.
quick draw answer is 28.
Divided
I just
by
wanna
35, That's a
confirm.
that would be a 28 divided by 35 is an 80.
So it is 28.
Yeah.
So I got a 22. What's that out of 35?
22.
Let's write all of our percentages on our board
is
here.
62.
God
62.
damn
What'd
it.
you get, Malcolm?
I got 21.
Right.
21
60.
and 60.
Okay,
Cool.
okay.
Cool.
I got
21,
19.
60,
Fast.
54.
54.
Boy, we really
All right, that was the
What are they teaching?
Are
these
you
I
as
nerds?
refuse
smart
to
as a
believe
middle?
I'm
What are
really
they teaching
stupid.
these?
that was
really-
the Are You as Smart as a Middle Schooler quiz.
we really watched this, huh,
Hey
fellas?
kids, I'm not gonna help you.
Alrighty.
Well, I
guess
think
we'll-
I did. I think I got 80% in science. This is what I'm teaching. So
There you
I'll
go.
Take that. I will take that.
Let's move right
All
along.
right, see you guys.
See ya. The episode's not over. Gentlemen, I have a topic for us today to engage in some splendor. I don't like to double up on topics. I try very hard to make sure I don't do a topic that we've already done previously.
Can I ask you a question?
Please.
Do you find what Malcolm's doing rude?
Texting.
No, I
Okay.
mean, it's whatever. Just,
You're lying, but
that,
that's
mi-
fine.
that don't grip that mic too tight there. Where was I going with this? So I'm doubling up on a topic that we have not done since I believe episode 16, which was our first video thing,
Oh, wow.
if I recall correctly. Little two-parter for you here, fellas, gentlemen.
No.
Let's
Another two-parter?
Talk comic books. I have prepared another round
my
of books
Oh.
for the three of you gentlemen.
Wow.
And just like last time, this is going to be a two-part topic. So this week, I'm going to present to each of you your books and sort of a synopsis of what the story sort of is and all that. And then I will be giving each of you the same sort of assignment as last time, which is to just read your issue or farther if you so choose. Write your own kind of summary of what happened. And then just, you can either write or just have in your head sort of thoughts.
Wasn't last time like the first couple chapters or something?
Well, I think last time I gave you guys the first issue, and then it was sort of or as far as you want. Now, Mark's is a little weirder, but we'll get to that. And for you guys, I brought my sticky notes with me because I realized when I left my house, I didn't actually mark. I mean, I'm sure you guys can figure it out. You're not fucking apes, but you're also apes. So I'll mark it for you anyways, kind of thing. But let's go through this.
I've still yet to do low.
Oh, the low
I mean, I will do it at some point.
Yes, okay. Now, for this one, I will say really quickly for anybody who didn't watch or forgets last time, I gave Malcolm Something is Killing the Children, nice, which was a...
You finished the volume? Or the...
I think I did.
Also, at some point, I have to steal that back from you. It's a horror series, but it's also... It's a little more... It's got, like, action to it, because, you know, Erica's, like, fighting the monsters, so it's like, yes, it's scary, but, like, it's got more of, like, a horror action... Like, it's almost, I don't know, like an Aliens type of vibe. Mark read Low, which was the sort of sci-fi series about, you know, humanity being forced to live under the ocean with the sun expanding and the surface being
Radiant
habitable.
Blue.
And you read Radiant Black, which was the superhero comic, which you were the only one of the three who wasn't, like, sold on your book. So this time I sort of switched it up in terms, I basically switched what I gave you two this time around.
Let's go.
And yours
Horror, baby.
is something that I've read the most recently out of these three books, and it was definitely like a bit of a swing for the fences, but I really like it so far, and I think you'll like it more than you did Radiant Black,
Can I have a question?
but we'll see. Yes.
Is it the comic book I got you from Disney?
It is not the Spider-Man comic book you got me from
Can you
Disney.
imagine?
That would have been
He
hilarious.
gives it back.
I was just like, here's superior
You can
Spider-Man.
also keep this.
So let's get into it here.
Dude, let's do it.
I believe first on the list, and I think I blacked this out because I'm so smart. Yes, I am. We begin with a little comic, which I will open this image for now. And we'll make this bigger. You'd think I would have prepped this already. Malcolm, we begin with a little comic called Descender, written by Jeff Lemire, who I'm a big fan of. Art by Dustin. Now, it's an NG name, so I don't know if it's Nguyen or if the
Nguyen.
G's in there. I'm assuming it's just a Nguyen or
It's
whatever.
Nguyen.
Descender. Now, I'd ask you to be very careful with this particular trade of Descender, because this is the one I had Mr. Jeff Lemire sign for
my
me
goodness.
when Varsh and I went to the...
How do you trust him that much?
I mean, it's, you know, it's...
He goes home, he's like,
Of the things I got Jeff Lemire to sign, I got the first issue of this series because Varsh's friend Cam fucking loves this guy. So I got the first issue signed for Cam. I got the trade signed for me. But the best thing that I had him sign was he did a question book for DC, and I fucking love the question. And he like signed it, but then like sketched like the question's head and the hat and everything.
Wait,
like
was the
in it.
writer sketched it?
Yeah, because he draws too. Like he has books of his that he's written and drawn like all on his own. But that particular question book he just drew. So let me just flip through this real quick so I can get to the end of the first issue for you. And then I can put in a sticky note just so you know. I believe, yes it is. Let's put this in here for Mr. Malcolm just so it's all easy to figure out.
Couldn't afford to get his bookmarks, huh?
No. Malcolm Descender. Now let's
Cool.
talk Descender for a second. The synopsis, as per the Image Comics website: one young robot's struggle. Oh, the footage worked. To stay alive in a universe where all androids have been outlawed and bounty hunters lurk on every planet. A
this looks
rip-roaring
so cool.
and heartfelt cosmic odyssey that pits humanity against machine and world against world to create a sprawling space opera from the creators of Trillium, Sweet Tooth, and Little Gotham, which is just other stuff he's
it's
working
like a
on.
Blade Runner.
Kind of. So basically the pitch of Descender.
Yes, yeah.
It is 5 or 6 of those trades long. It's done. It has a sequel series called Ascender, which is only like 4 trades long. The sequel series expands on the story. Very good. I think Descender's the better of the two. The art is really good. Like it's got a really cool like watercolory
Yeah, I like
style
that.
to it. But basically the premise of the book in short is in the future, humanity's like living in space. There's all these other alien races, yada, 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 whatever. Multiple planets is like a galactic sort of federation and all this shit, whatever. And they have androids and robots of all different types. There's ones that are like, you know, Blade Runner replicants where they're just people. There's ones that are just like basically just heavy machinery. Like they're just, and they look like a robot. It's not like a person. Like they're not fooling anyone. And one day, these giant, like, planet-sized robots, think of Galactus, show up to all the planets in the solar system and, like, murder millions of people. And then they just fucking bounce. And nobody knows what the fuck these giant robots are, where they came from, why they came and executed people. But everybody basically gets together and is like, this must have something to do with the robots and the androids. So all robots and androids become outlawed to the point where like people are now going around like, destroying them basically and executing them and shit. And so that's sort of the setup. Where we begin the story is with a little robot named Tim21, who is the cover star there. And the idea is that Tim21 wakes up on this sort of like asteroid mining colony like 20 years after the giant robots came, killed everybody, and then there's been this like manhunt for all robots. So he basically just wakes up on this asteroid, and he was like a sort of family unit robot who lived with like these parents and their son, and he was supposed to basically be like a companion to this little boy. And he wakes up and is like, what happened to everybody who was on this colony with me? Like, where are my parents? Where did the son where did the son, like the boy that I was friends with, who was like a brother to me and all this shit, like where is everybody gone? And that is sort of where the story begins of Tim21's journey to sort of figure out what the fuck happened and where everybody he knows has run off to.
Cool.
Does that sound like something you'd be interested in?
Actually, does sound very interesting. I like that.
So I present to you Descender. So like I said, I kind of switched it this time and gave Malcolm the more like sci-fi sort of thing.
Aptly given to a man who famously descends. We'll leave that up to interpretation.
Sure, yes. The next one here, and let me just undo all of that. What if I
Is it cool if I fold the corners so I can remember my page?
What the hell?
That'll be okay. Get this going.
They're all Image comics?
Oh, Lighthouse.
These actually are all Image comics, yes. Now, you'll remember earlier in the show I referenced the Lighthouse because Mark mentioned it. And we arrive at this. Speaking of Jeff Lemire, I have another one of his books today. Mark, I present to you The
hardcover.
Passageway. And yes, this is a hardcover here. Also written by Jeff Lemire, drawn by Andrea Sorrentino, and Dave Stewart is on this. I believe doing either colors or maybe it's the lettering.
I don't know what it is, but it was cool.
Yeah, right.
There you go. Dave Stewart was on colors, and Andrea Sorrentino does the art fits. Now, I would say don't flip too much through this, so you don't ruin it for yourself. And I will also say, well, we'll get to it. Basically, The Passageway. From the acclaimed creative team behind Gideon Falls, which I'll mention in a bit, and Primordial, comes the first book in a bold and ambitious new shared horror universe. When a geologist is sent to a remote lighthouse to investigate strange phenomena, he finds a seemingly endless pit in the rocks. What lurks within and how he will escape its pull. Jesus, I can't fucking read. How will he escape its pull? The Passageway is the first book in the new Bone Orchard mythos from Lemire and Sorrentino. The universe will feature self-contained graphic novels and limited series about the horrors lurking within the Bone Orchard, just waiting to be discovered. So, more or less, Jeff Lemire, again, big fan. Him and this lady, Andrea Sorrentino, did this comic book called Gideon Falls, which people have compared to like Twin Peaks and like other similar horror shit like that. I read the first trade not too long ago. I was debating giving you that, but the only problem with that first trade, it ends on an interesting cliffhanger, but I find it's a little slow for the first couple issues. And I was like, well, this is kind of going to be like, it doesn't necessarily have like that first issue hook that I try to usually give to people. However, the two of them, after finishing Gideon Falls, which is done now, they've started this thing called the Bone Orchard Mythos, which is basically think like a Black Mirror or a Twilight Zone. It is an anthology comic book
So
thing.
can I ask a question? Is this like a standalone and there's nothing else about this topic?
Yes. So
I
that
like
is
that.
basically, so yours is the only one that it's not the first issue. I've basically just given you that entire story. It's not really that long.
Dude, I love that.
And so the idea is that they do all these little one-off books. Now, some of them are like this, where it's like, that's kind of just like a big single issue in a lot of ways. They have another one that was more of like a multiple issue sort of thing. If you remember, Patrick, for Free Comic Book Day, before this had come out, the first sort of thing they put out from this was this short single issue story, which I also debated giving you because it's really good, but it's like 20 fucking pages, like it's nothing. But it's basically this writer who goes to like a cabin in the woods to sort of like get away from it all and start writing. And one night, the first night he's there, he sees like a naked man standing in the woods wearing this like mask, sort of staring at him. And he follows the man back to like this other cabin or apartment or wherever the fuck this guy came from. And when he gets there, the guy in the mask takes the mask off, and it's him. And it like basically puts the mask on him and sort of leaves him there for dead. And like his wife picks up the phone, and this like imposter him kind of answers the phone and is like, "Yes, I'm coming home, honey." So
That's
it's like some
freaky.
creepy
I like
like
that.
skinwalker shit. Technically, like Black Mirror, there's little things here and there that like give you the impression that like all these stories are sort of in the same world, but it's not like a literal like do you remember the fucking skinwalker from the, like it's none of that type of shit. But yes, basically the premise of this is this geologist guy takes a boat to this remote island with a fucking lighthouse on it, and this lady who lives there basically has like called him there and is like, "Hey, there's this big like hole in the ground that just fucking showed up, and we don't know anything about it. Like, can you figure out what it is?" sort of thing. And the whole thing is immediately kind of weird, but like there's a moment in it where he sort of like takes a rock and throws it into the hole, and he's like staring at his watch to count and sort of like judge the distance, and it just never hits the bottom. And he's like, "Well, that fucking doesn't make any like scientific sense. So what's going on with this hole in this island?" So I will say no more than that. But yes, so that is the entire story. It is just this little short horror thing.
I love that.
It's interesting. The art is really good, and it's definitely creepy, spooky. So I thought, let's give Mark the passageway.
I love that. I like stories that are like self-contained. I don't like when they carry on for like a million issues and I can't read them. So this is a perfect thing for me. I'm gonna probably read the whole thing and just be like, that was a cool story.
Yeah, it was definitely a book. It's one of those books. Normally, I try to pace myself with comics. That was one I just read in one sitting because it was short enough that I was like, yeah, I can power through this. Most of the time, I try to savor things. The only time I remember that being an issue was when I was in like first or second year of college reading Invincible for the first time. And that was a thing where I'd be like, I'd sit down and be like, I'm only going to read 2 issues in like this one trade. And like 30, 40 minutes later would go by and I'd be done the whole fucking trade. And I'd be like, well, now I have to go to the comic book store and get the next one because it's Invincible and it's so fucking good. Patrick,
Very cool.
we come to you
Yeah, I'll take a look. One second. I'm gonna drink smaller.
for our last book here, which is the thing I read most recently and I am enamored with, and I hope will maybe be up. Oops. Up your alley.
Radiant Black 2.
Radiant
Blacker.
Black 2.
Blacker.
Patrick,
That's really black.
I present to you Die. Now give me a second while I
Trying to
just
say.
find the
What are you trying to say?
He goes,
Take the hand,
end
buddy.
of the first issue so I can mark it for you. Ba, 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 ba. Where the fuck is it? There it is.
That's cool.
How much do you care about this particular comic?
Why?
So he
Are
can
you
wreck
also
it.
going to bend the corners and shit?
So he can make his new bathroom magazine.
So I can practice my origami skills.
Splendid. So, Die, written by Kieran Gillen, who
Cool.
I have not read like
Wait,
all
wait,
of
I
this
don't
stuff.
get a Lemire?
No.
Okay.
Kieran Gillen is another one of my faves. He wrote a book called The Wicked and the Divine, which is excellent. One of my favorite things. But the only reason I kind of strayed away from giving that one to you guys is it felt...
Too expensive.
It wasn't even so... Oh, I have all of it. It was more... and I wouldn't go too far in this either. It was more a thing of like... It's kind of a challenging read. Like even when I was reading it at the time, like there'd be times where I'm like, I'm not really quite sure what the fuck is happening. And then like, you know, by the end of like the 8th trade, like I'd be like, oh, like, and things would click kind of thing. So it's a pretty deep book, which is why I kind of strayed away from it. But Die. Let me give you the quick synopsis.
Is this horror?
Not really, but it maybe teeters on that. The Wicked and the Divine writer Kieran Gillen teams up with artist supernova Stephanie Hans. The Wicked and the Divine, she worked on a little bit in Journey into Mystery. For her first ongoing comic, Die is a pitch-black fantasy where a group of 40-something adults have to deal with the returning unearthly horror they barely escaped as teenage role players. If Kieran's in a rush, he describes it as goth Jumanji. That only captures a sliver of what you'll find in the oversized debut issue, where fantasy gets all too real. Basically, if I had to pitch this to you, Patrick, it would be Jumanji or a Zathura for the early 2000s kids out there. It would be...
Remember Zathura?
You never
You
watched
never seen
Zathura?
Zathura? It's the one with the two brothers, and they get this board game, and it turns into real life, and their house goes to space.
No.
I know
Oh.
Jumanji.
You guys fucking... Like the original Jumanji,
I
the
love
Robin
Zathura.
Williams.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch Zathura tonight.
It's Jumanji if Jumanji was really dark and fucked up. basically the premise of this issue is in the 1990s. Did I say 4 or 5? I already
You
forget.
just-
6. Sorry.
Wow,
6
okay.
friends, these teenagers, get together and they're playing. It's not called D&D, but for all intents and purposes, it's D&D. They have all the fucking different dice, hence the name of the book, Die, whatever. And there's only 20 issues, which I think is also supposed to be like hot, 20-sided die. I digress. They get together and start playing this game. They all make their own characters, blah, 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 whatever. As soon as they start playing Dungeons and Dragons, all 6 of them fucking vanish in the 1990s in like England and whatever. I believe it's 2 or 3 years later on a random street in England somewhere. 5 of the 6 kids reappear, like in the middle of this street. One of them's missing. One of the 5 that returned, like she's missing an arm. So it's like they've disappeared for 2-3 years, and they just suddenly come back. And it's like, what the
Do
fuck
they have
is
any
happening?
memory of anything?
Yes and no. 30 years then go by. They are all now adults. These 5 people, they've now grown up. They have, lives. Some of them are kind of estranged from each other and whatnot, but they've gone on to live these sort of lives. They're all sort of carrying the like trauma of whatever it is they went through. The mom of the 6th kid that didn't come back is sort of harassing the main character of the book, even after 30 years, being like, would you just tell me, like, if my son's alive or not, and, like, what happened to him, kind of thing.
You wouldn't tell her after 30 years? You wouldn't say
And he's like,
anything?
I just can't tell you. One day, for the main character, he gets a package at the door, and he opens it, and it's the 20-sided die that they played with all those years ago. And he goes to break the thing, but he stops. And he decides to himself, his sister was the one that came out missing an arm, but he decides he's going to gather his sister and the other 3 remaining of their old friends, basically, and get them all together. And he gets them together, and he's like, listen, I was just going to fucking break this thing with, like, a rock and just be done with this, but you know what? I know, like, we're all sort of connected to this thing that happened to us. Like, what are we going to do sort of thing is the decision that gets reached. And before they can make a decision, things happen. And I'll sort of just leave it at that.
Things happen, that's what you're going to leave it at?
Things happen. And I'll just sort of leave it at that. But like I said, it's basically Jumanji, but instead it's Dungeons and Dragons and dark and fucked up.
So die as in like a die?
Yes.
Okay.
Hence, die. What's cool about this actually is I believe they actually made their not Dungeons and Dragons like into an actual role-playing game, like a tabletop game that you can actually play, which is kind of neat. But so far, I've only read this first trade. There's only 4 of these because, like I said, it's 20 issues. It's not very long, but it's so far really interesting. The art is phenomenal, and just we'll talk about it next time once you've read it, and we can sort of like talk a little bit more freely about it. But just a lot of the like character things and the way they like twist certain conventions. And I know we, the 4 of us, aren't necessarily like we've dabbled in D&D, but I know we're not necessarily like super hardcore D&D and like tabletop people. But like even being a total layman in a lot of that, there's things in there that they either like reference or sort of like notions you have about how things work and whatever that they sort of like screw around with and whatever. And what they do with the characters is like really interesting and whatever. So like I said, I took a bit of a swing with this one because I was thinking about it and I was like, I want to give Patrick something like way different than what I gave him last time with the superhero-y thing. I had like another sci-fi series in mind that I thought might have been interesting, but even that I was like, well, maybe I'll appeal to the more fantasy man and Patrick and sort of the role-playingness of it all, the Skyrims, the Harry Potters, the Lord of the Rings, the D&Ds. So I took a bit of a swing for the fences on this one. So I hope out of the 3 of you, I mean, obviously I hope you all enjoy your books, but I am hoping that you do come in next week being like, this shit was interesting or like I really like this.
Next
kind of
week
thing.
is in At the Cottage.
Yes. So really quickly, this is very inside baseball, so bear with me, audience. I know we're at the Cottage next weekend, so either we're gonna have to record early on like Thursday, and maybe we'll do this, or we do it the following Monday, aren't we? No,
We
we
come
get
back
back
on
Monday.
Monday.
So it would have to be like the following Tuesday, or like I said, if we want to get crazy, we could do it. Try and do a recording at the Cottage, maybe.
I want to do
We'll
that.
see. I'd like to do one outdoor episode this summer, even if it's not the Cottage. Like I said, we should do one in my yard on like a nice sunny day or whatever.
I honestly would rather just do it before the cottage or after, so that we can just like chill and do nothing on the cottage and not have to worry about like getting something done.
There is that our element to it, and especially if people are coming sort of
Yeah.
in and out. And I know you're
I think
in and
I
out.
think Thursday could be good.
It probably makes the most sense to do it sooner or after, either or. It probably makes
figure it
more
out.
sense to do it not at the Cottage. But if you guys can all, I guess, complete your homework by Thursday, then that's fine.
Well, like reading it.
Yeah. And if not, then we'll just bump it to like Tuesday or something, and we'll just figure it out. But yeah,
That's like-
so those are your 3 books. We've got Descender, we've got The Passageway as part of the anthology thing, and we've got Die.
I'm very excited.
And I
think,
guess that's basically
I
it.
think you nailed it.
I hope so. I am intrigued.
You nailed it with Low. I really like Low, and I want to get back to it. I don't think I only read the first volume that you gave me.
Yes.
And then you guys got me a gift, which is like all 4 or
Yeah,
5 or
which is-
whatever.
yeah, it's the whole
How much
series.
is it? How much is it?
I want to say it's 5 trades
Yeah, no,
separately.
I'm gonna read that. I really like the first one.
yeah.
Thanks, Matty.
No problemo. I hope you enjoy. I'm looking forward to chatting about it next week, and we'll be able to get a little spoilery with it all. And yeah, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been your episode, another certified hood classic of Wildly Adequate, the show about anything, everything, usually nothing. You know the drill. Like I said in the opening, please like, share, subscribe, check us out. We're everywhere. Gentlemen, is there anything we want to get off our chests before we go and I think get some fucking ice cream? Malcolm's got
God
no.
bless America.
God bless America.
Patrick, before we go real quick, how is that girl's number you got? Did that turn into anything?
I've
No?
been ghosted, dude.
I also got ghosted.
Bye.
The lady that I was talking to.
Oh, the one that Malcolm knew or whatever? Wow.
Yeah, I was ghosted, and I was looking forward to getting to know this person, and yeah.
Interesting. Can I just say real quick?
Yeah.
I don't mean to start a whole thing here.
Yeah.
God.
Ghosting culture, is that what you're gonna
Ghosting
get
culture is such a frustrating thing to me as somebody who's had it done to them in like small ways. Like there, before I was with Varsha, obviously, like when I was, 20, 21 or whatever, and I was like on fucking Tinder or on Bumble and like trying to meet people on there. Like there'd be times where like you'd match with somebody, you'd like share a couple messages back and forth and never hear about it again, kind of thing. And it's like, it's an example of one of many examples of like how I hate internet culture, where it's like, I feel like in a lot of ways, it's like internet culture, it's done all these wonderful things, but there's always also all these like bad things. And like the way people are able to hide behind screens
Yeah.
in that specific regard.
Louis C.K. talks about it. He has this really funny bit where he's like, online bullying is so dangerous because you do it and then you're just like, hey, you're fat and you're ugly, and then it's just like, that felt good, and you just do it, whatever. But then when you see the reaction of the guy's face, like you call someone fat or ugly or whatever to their face, and their face scrunches up and they're all sad.
Yeah.
He's like, ooh, that doesn't feel good. That makes me feel weird. Like I don't want to make someone look upset and feel upset and whatever.
Yeah.
But when you don't get the reaction, you don't see it happening, you're just like, say whatever you want. I could be a dick and do whatever. I just feel like people just feel like they can do whatever they want. And imagine like talking to someone in person and then just like they just kind of like stop replying and just like do their own thing. Like there's no like, okay, I'll talk to you later. Like, the people just feel too comfortable just doing shit like that.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, just have enough decency to be like,
Yeah.
listen, I'm not interested,
Sure.
or like,
Yep.
whatever, like make up an excuse. I don't care, whatever the reason is, sort of thing.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah. There's definitely
even if you're just blatantly like obviously lying to the other person
Yeah.
of like,
Mhm.
I'm just not in the right headspace, like whatever the fuck it is.
I'm working on.
I'm working on my, it's not you, it's me, like whatever it is, at least like
How crazy
put
you have
on
to
the
say that.
facade.
That's
Odd
my least
on Tinder.
favorite. My least favorite is I'm working on myself, because why can't you work on yourself your whole life? Your whole life you're working on
what I'm
yourself.
saying is, even though that's like obviously bullshit, at least put on the facade of like,
Yeah.
There's definitely
hey, I'm not interested in you, so I'm just
Yeah.
saying this to sort of get out of this. Like,
There-
at least put on the facade.
There's definitely a line to it, I think, because often people will message and
be pushy and stuff.
you get, you get busy maybe, and a
Mhm.
couple hours goes by, then
Sure.
you like reply, and it becomes this whole drawn out thing where it's like if it's just like the initial form of that interaction and they ghost you, it's like
Yeah.
it's still not cool, but it's like I don't know. I feel like that's less.
I think it's different if you.
Well, sure, if you're like
hurtful.
right in the
'Cause if it's like-
beginning,
yeah, you
if
know
it
what
had
I'm
been
saying?
like a weekend of you talking back and forth consistently and then they do it, obviously that stings a little more.
yeah.
But I don't know, and I like put it this way: if I was in, I'm sure a lot of women's shoes of like some of the fucking Hail Marys these guys are throwing
Yeah.
on dating apps of like coming right out the gate horny as fuck. Like
What's the craziest thing you've done this year? Answers. What about you? I was hoping it would be you.
Yeah, there you go. I understand ghosting that shit.
Cringy
Like
as shit.
that I'm completely sympathetic to being like, fuck this, I'm not paying this person the time of day. Like if people are gonna be weird and gross, that I understand ghosting. But like I know you guys, and I know you guys aren't like I know neither one of you said like, want to see something interesting and then sent a dick pic, so it's like
To the current people that
yes.
we. Oh, yeah.
So there's no
I got news for you.
so there's no like
Here's what's weird.
there's
weird.
no inherent reason to ghost you other than sure this other person has lost interest or was never interested to begin with, whatever. But it's like again, just communicate that or lie
Yeah.
so that at least like because if they had said to either one of you, I'm working on myself right now,
Yeah.
you two would both know
that it's done.
she's not interested,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
done, whatever.
But also-
and you would just
Here-
know.
here's
And
the
that
thing,
would be
though.
it.
But also yeah. But also the ghosting is a form of saying I'm not interested as well.
It
It
is,
is.
but it's
It's
just
just
like
more
it's an
rude.
asshole way to do it.
I think that it's different when it's like, I was listening to it. Glenn, what's his name? Glenn from
Walking
Always
Dead?
Sunny.
Oh yeah, Glenn Howerton.
Yeah, he was on.
Before you guys go, I'm gonna go because I gotta meal prep before work.
He's
Okay.
got a meal prep.
See ya.
Alright,
Okay,
so-
well, we'll be wrapping up here in a second, but
See it. So basically, in that episode with Glenn, he talks about like professional ghosting. How
Mhm.
like they talked about doing that episode for a long time, since like January or February, and there were times where he'd like Rick would text him, and then Glenn would not reply for like a month or a few weeks, and he's just like, life is so busy and there's so much shit going on. It's like, in that case, being an actor and being in movies and shows, and he's doing all this crazy shit. Like to me, it makes more sense. Like you're so jam packed that you don't have time to even reply to texts. Whereas when it's people like us, like we're young people are usually in university or they're maybe just starting a new job. Like to me, and also knowing how much young people are on their phones and devices all
Yes.
day, every day, and at night, and right when you wake up, and then right before you go to bed, like knowing that and how young people do that, as opposed to someone who's in his 40s and an actor and doing all this stuff and like maybe not doing that. I don't know. Like when it's people our age, to me, I cut less slack. I'm like, you checked your phone a million times today. You could have easily said, hey, can't talk, or I'm not interested, whatever.
yeah, that's always been my argument is the like screen time thing where it's like
100%.
I know you're fucking
Yeah.
on this thing. Like I'm on my phone more than I should be, but I'm not necessarily like on it all day. And there are absolutely definitely times where like I miss a thing or whatever, and I get to it like
Sure.
later than I wanted to, or whatever. Fine,
course.
whatever. But it's like, so I'm sympathetic to an extent with some people, but there are absolutely like times where I'm like,
What are you doing?
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, just I know what this is. Like, just fucking. The other part of it too, to me, is I always apply it to the real world example of like you would never be talking to someone
Yeah. It's
like face to face and then just fucking get up and walk away
like they say
without
something,
saying a word.
like they ask you a question or they say something and it's your turn to reply and you're just like,
That's
It's like
it,
imagine being at dinner with someone and like you're just meeting for the first time and both getting to know each other, and whether it's 30 seconds or an hour in, they just don't say a word. You're just like, blah blah blah, fucking whatever. The food here's really good. And they just like get up without a word. Like that doesn't exist, kind of
Gone.
thing. Unless it's a fucking psychopath. So it's like,
dude.
I don't know.
Dude, with my situation, listen, I'm not like I have no ill.
sure. And also, I want to make it clear, I don't
What is
have.
the-
I'll just say real quick, thank fuck I'm not in this dealing with that shit anymore. Because the first it's
Yeah.
like, boom, perfect, awesome. Don't have to worry about that nonsense.
I also want
Please
to make
go.
it clear that in my case, I'm also not angry at anybody. I don't really
Yeah.
care. But like, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
So what I was gonna say was my case, Like I said, no ill feelings towards this girl. But what's confusing me greatly about the exchange between us is that she gave me so many like green flags of interest where we started messaging, and then not very shortly, but like a couple days in, she started initiating voice messages. Like she's sending me like minute-long voice notes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
you don't do that unless there's some intrigue at least.
Yeah, well, you don't do that unless there's some intrigue, unless you're comfortable.
You
Like,
specifically avoid that if you're not interested.
Yeah.
You don't want to give any even potential.
and again,
I mean,
I didn't even start it. She initiated
Yeah.
it, initiated doing
Yeah.
that.
She
You know what I'm
it definitely sounds like she was at least somewhat interested.
And
'cause
then-
otherwise she wouldn't even try anything that might lead you to think that she might be interested.
saying? Yeah,
You know?
and then a couple days went by. We hopped on a phone call and we
Mm.
talked. And then she ended that phone call by saying, "We've got like," she had to leave, like cut it short. But she was like, "Oh, we've got plenty of time to like continue this kind of thing." So I don't know. It's
How many
just
days,
why
how many days ago was that?
mid last week was that
Wow,
phone call.
You haven't heard since.
Well, I heard. So after that phone call, we
Text her?
exchanged messages, but then I haven't heard
hasn't
from her.
replied to-
She hasn't replied since Thursday.
Were you the
And now it's
last
Saturday.
person
Sunday,
to
now
send
it's
a
Sunday.
message?
It
I
might
was the
just
last
be a,
person to
it
send a
could just be a
message.
busy few days. Could be. But again, I think of like you're on your phone tonight probably. You're probably texting friends. You're probably, I don't know, you're just going through Instagram for a long
Yeah.
time. Like,
Well, she had
whatever.
so she's an architect.
Mm.
She's got a big girl job,
Mm.
which is a little intimidating to me. But
Mm.
she said she had like this like massive
Art
project.
Art Vandalay.
Mhm.
Art Vandalay.
You know Art Vandalay?
yeah, from Seinfeld. So she said she had this like massive project that was due on Friday that like she was working towards for Friday. So my last message to her was Thursday, and then on the Saturday I was like, you know what, let me just like
Double message?
send her a message, be like, I just said hope your project went well. Like I didn't ask her any questions or anything. I just wanted to like send an acknowledgement of like her busyness
In
kind
that
of thing.
case, you know what she should have done if she was still interested?
Yeah.
Is be like, oh, thank you so much. It went well. Things are really busy, but I'll get back to you soon. Or thanks
Sure.
for, thanks, or just, I
Yeah.
don't know, anything.
Anything.
Even
really,
thank,
I don't know.
you don't have time to be like, thanks. I'll talk to you in a bit. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. So, like I said, maybe I misread I don't like based on how I'm saying it back to you guys. You can tell me maybe I misread
I don't
something.
think I don't think you misread it. I think that either A, she changed her mind and maybe something else came up, some other guy or whatever,
Yeah.
or B, maybe she was just trying to be friendly. But the voice messages thing to me leads me to believe that she at least was somewhat interested in talking to you.
Well, I know she wasn't just trying to be friendly because we also explicitly talked about how I approached her, and she was going off about how like, oh yeah, like I liked how you approached me, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And I thought you were cute. Like I was talking to her about like, oh, Malcolm said I should like show you the camera and be like, oh, I lost something, and then show your face kind of thing.
You did that?
No, I didn't do that. I said I didn't want to do that.
Worst shit ever.
Well, that's when she was like, oh, because you were cute, that probably would have worked too. So it's like
There you go.
Low standards.
low standards. Yeah.
You can get
So
away
she
with
communicated interest. You know.
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But-
Sure. Yeah, I don't know.
dude.
That's the thing. You'll never really know. And like my thing is also, I might want it, but for me, in those handful of instances, it was never even like I demanded an answer or wanted like a.
Sure.
Why did you change your mind? Or like it was never anything like that. It was purely just the like human decency to be like, I'm not interested or whatever. And it would be like, all right, like no further questions.
It's different.
Kind of
It's
thing.
different also when it's like you're there was never any implication or context of romantic interest. If you've just been friends with someone for a while and you don't text for a little bit, it's pretty normal. Like I'll have close friends where I don't text them for a few months and then I'll text them again. So it's like that's fine. But I think if it's like you're getting to know somebody and there's the romantic implication of that, I think it's not even just romantic. If you're getting to know somebody, I think that in that case when you're trying to get to know somebody, especially with the romantic, but even with the friends, it's like you got to be able to reply and be like, oh hey, like nice to hear from you, whatever.
Yeah. Do you guys want to hear something crazy?
Sure.
Please.
I can't confirm if this is true, but I was
Mhm.
talking to this girl recently, and she goes, "Yeah, I hate guys who ghost. You know, men are trash, whatever." And I go,
Sounds like a real fun time to be around.
and I go, "Oh yeah, like yeah, ghosting is always terrible when it's done to you." And she goes, "Yeah, I was once talking to a guy. We dated for 5 months, and one day I never heard from him again."
Wow.
He left, didn't respond to any messages. I
You
never
know what
saw
that is?
him.
You know what that is?
What is that?
That's that guy being so deep into a situation and being like, I literally don't know what to do, and not having the balls to like talk to her at all,
Yeah.
and being like, fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. How
wild.
crazy
That's
is
wild.
that?
5 months is insane.
So you said it doesn't happen in real life, but there you
5?
go.
That's insane.
That's a
We're
real
not- we're
life
not talking
example.
5
That's an
weeks.
anomaly, though.
Even
yeah.
5 weeks would be like, dude, you didn't even say nothing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
5 months.
5 months is
insane.
crazy. That's so insane.
Yeah, that's some insane shit.
Imagine, imagine a case. Imagine a case of someone being married for 5
Yeah, I just-
years.
I know.
I think I've
And
heard
leaving.
stories about that of like, oh, my husband just
Yeah.
up and left.
I
Never
think
heard from him
I
again.
could be dreaming, but I thought Bill Burr.
Scary.
I thought
Who was the man that was living in my house for 5 years? Who was that guy? I don't know that guy.
I
Right?
could have swore Bill Burr or somebody has like a bit about this where they talk about how like, you know, in the 50s or 60s it was like so easy to just pack up and leave your family, and like now how it's
go get cigarettes or milk. Or whatever.
exactly, and now how it's like so much harder to do because of like technology and social media and all this shit. But like back in the day, you could be living in New York and just fucking pack your shit, leave in the middle of the night, catch a flight to fucking Iowa, and nobody would ever know where to find you. Kind of like you'd just be gone.
That's so messed up, dude.
That's
That's
some
so messed
insane
up.
shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, long
Anyways.
story short, people out there in the world, if you're, you know, in the dating game like these
Yeah.
two fellas are,
Can I acknowledge? Sorry, but just before we go out,
please.
we've communicated all this distaste for ghosting, but
Mm.
I must admit
Done it
that I've
before?
done
Wow,
it
the glass house.
myself.
I've also done it, but specifically in the case of someone I've known for a long time.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever done it with someone's like I've met for the first time
I
and I
see.
get to know them. But like there's someone I know who like potentially had interest in the past and I just kind of like don't answer as quickly as they do type thing. But I don't think I wouldn't consider it necessarily ghosting.
Yeah.
But have you done it with someone like you just met them, you're talking and they're interested and you don't want to talk anymore type thing? Because I think in that context, that's what ghosting traditionally is. It's like they're talking back and forth with you. There's interest there, and then it's like you just stop.
Honestly, the most I've done has been so the most I've done has been where it's like a few exchanges
Mm-hmm.
and then like on a dating app,
Mm-hmm.
and then I wasn't really interested.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one where I actually saw a girl, but we kind of both established that we weren't interested in each
Mm.
other.
Mm-hmm.
But she wanted to continue talking, and I just kind of like
Mm.
I wasn't feeling it, kind of thing. And that's the most like that's the worst probably
Actually,
Right.
I got one.
ghost that I've done.
I was on a dating app, and then we were talking for like a few days or something,
Mm-hmm.
and I just like was not feeling it, so I just unmatched. I
I
just
see.
deletes the message, just deletes
Oh.
everything for everybody. I was like,
Yeah.
oh. I felt like I didn't feel obligated to be like, oh well, it was really nice to. Maybe I could have. It would have been nice, but we had literally had maybe like a page of talking, not even
Okay.
like a very small amount.
Yeah.
But-
That being said, feeling the sting,
That's me, sorry.
feeling the sting of it,
Mm-hmm.
is very sobering. So I can't
Mm.
recall the last time I've done. It's been I don't think I've done it in the recent past,
Mm.
and I don't plan on doing.
Now
You know
think
who
twice,
you know who
asshole.
Patrick ghosts?
Mm.
Me.
Wow.
I ghost you?
I mean, I know Instagram you don't have anymore, but
Yeah, I
like
deactivated.
for maybe a year, I'd send DM you shit and you would never even view it.
Oh shit. Sorry, bro.
That's the Patrick special. Well, ladies and gentlemen out there, like I said, if you're in the dating game like these two fine young lads are, you know,
I fucking hate that I'm in the dating.
show a little bit of fucking common decency and, you know, just let people know you're not interested. It makes them feel better. It, you know, doesn't really require that much out of you, and just fucking be good people out there. Anyways, gentlemen, is there anything else we wanted to wrap up
Have we
with
done
here?
dating as a topic?
I don't
Like
think so.
topics in dating.
Yeah, there's been like in and
I
around,
think
but I
I'll
don't know
make
if there's
that my
ever
next
been like
topic
a
just so we can
hard.
deep delve. I want to see
set.
more about dating. I think.
Mm,
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Anyway,
There you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
see ya.
thank you very much. Goodbye.